Oh, I got muted somehow. Hey, welcome.
Want to try that again?
We're sure we can do it.
Spiking.
You want to do an intro again?
I don't want to do it again. I want to redo.
How's everybody doing out there? Before we get in there, hey,
Take two.
we'll do a new intro here to have a clean video moving forward. But welcome to Arkham. Glad to be playing Arkham again today. But also, I've got a Silas deck. So my old Silas deck was Nautical Prowess, and I'm now looking at the Sea Change Harpoon and the net, and I'm like, well, do you still just run Fire Axe? That's what I got. So think about that, and when we come back with the intro, I just need to know if that's the hot sauce. All right, here we go. New intro. Yeah, 3 and a 2 and a 1. It didn't work. It didn't work. All right, we're gonna go back to the front.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Mythos Monday. A little bit of surprise. We were going to be doing a quest through Champions, through that whole campaign box, and decided, well, we needed a break.
Yeah.
Here we are, taking a break, and I thought this was great. We decided to take a break from the Champions campaign by playing a scenario called The Pit of Despair. What could possibly go wrong?
That's what they should have called Galaxy's Most Wanted, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? My gosh. What's going on with that thing?
Oh, man.
It's literally like getting put in a sleeper hold.
Someone on one of the Discords was saying it's kind of like getting punched in the face again and again and again.
It's cool. The problem is, we were talking about it earlier, it's like there's so many interesting heroes to play, and it's a bummer that I don't feel like I can play any of them. I got to bring like the hot sauce to have a shot at it.
Well, the thing
which is a bummer.
That I have been thinking, if you've been following our Champions journey, this might be relevant to you, is so when new heroes come out, it's probably worth trying them against some sort of standard, like, I don't know, Rhino, you know?
Yeah,
or whatever.
Helpful. Just see how they play.
But I will say the Galaxy Most Wanted campaign, the quests, or whatever, what do they call them? Scenarios? Villains? I don't know.
Yeah, scenarios,
Packs,
campaigns,
etc.
The scenarios, enemies.
It feels like the game was designed for the peak of play, and then they gave you two heroes that are only capable of
maybe they can do it.
Portion of that, but like, you know,
I think we're just bad.
Maybe
we're a little better at Arkham. I think we're better at Arkham.
We're playing Arkham, and we're playing Innsmouth. At least we're starting it. We'll see how far we get. We have some time, hoping that the reprints of all the allocated products show up by the time we need them. I do believe that I have the second or third pack. There's 2 scenarios in the core set, and we're playing every other week. That buys us about 10 weeks.
Okay.
And we were expecting originally those reprints of the allocations to be here by May, which we're almost at the end of. So if they can't get it to us by July, I'm just going to stop playing Arkham.
Like so many of us.
Just out. You know?
Well, I can't get the products, so hard to play.
At that point, I will have played every campaign-based scenario that I could possibly just get.
It's like cashing out whenever you're in the money.
That's right. I had a great time.
Yeah. Just
see you later.
Selling off all my products.
So you heard it here first. We'll see. It'll be a little tension build up as we get further through the story. It's like, hey, we need to see these things by then.
I think the right answer is Arkham Horror, the card game arena.
Oh, the online version.
Just go online.
Please.
Yeah, let's all just play online and never see each other again, which, if the pandemic has taught us anything, is totally acceptable.
That we never need to see each other.
And everybody's fine with it, right? I saw Zach for a long time, and it was fine. But now I'm seeing other people, and it's like, I don't know. You know? That's all I'm saying.
Are you saying I was enough? I like that. You're saying me and your wife were enough people that everyone else is kind of okay.
I need 2. 2. And
then there were 2. So we kind of decided to do this last minute. 1, because we legitimately needed a break, I think, from Champions. At least I did.
Well, that's because we're launching the board today.
And we also finally have the board ready. Do you have that board? Can we see it? Did we get to use it?
That would be relevant.
Is it live? Can they buy it now?
You're about to be able to buy this thing. Hold on. I'm tired of this. I'm gonna get this for real. Okay? Stick with me.
What? Hey.
Yeah, you can see that pretty well.
That's pretty good.
Actually.
It's a little lighter in the camera than it is in real life, like because of the angle.
Ready? All right, I'm gonna go send the email.
We're about to be going live, and if you're on our Arkham email list, you're gonna get an email with a link for world exclusive first something. I don't know, but in real life, the angle matters. So like, because you're looking at it not like from straight above it all the time, it gives you more of the color. It's hard to show on camera.
Here, I'm gonna zoom into it.
Okay.
Put it.
Nice felt back, of course. There's a hole in the middle because you put your investigator card in there. And you can pop it right out if you're unfamiliar with our Mythos line.
Here, you hold it.
T-Zag saying looks peach to cream colored. It is peachish to cream colored.
Hold it up a little closer then.
You want closer to the camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna find the focus on it.
Look at that. It's got a texture to it. So we do this thing where the impression is made from a wooden material, right?
Are you telling? You don't tell them our secrets. Someone will figure this out and beat us.
It's got a texture.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not supposed to talk about.
Tell them everything.
Also, I didn't know I was hand modeling today.
Yeah. Did you trim your nails?
Always.
Nice
I'm on
watch
camera.
band, eh?
Yep. There it is.
Can you sell it a little harder just for a second?
The board. It's got this texture. I haven't played the campaign yet, but these look fishy and like. And it's cool. It looks like a conch shell almost. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's intentional.
Future on QVC, man.
I see. I'm dying here. I don't know. You got tea. I can't do it.
All right, set her down.
Tell me about it. I don't know. You're the marketing guy.
Yeah.
What's the deal-o?
I think you pretty much covered it. It's pretty fishy.
It's fishy.
Etc.
Look, it's got this like big jaw-looking thing that's cool. These dragons are chameleons. I don't know. I don't know what the theme is. And these look like little suns. Those are cool.
It's always pulled from the source material.
From the H.P. Lovecraft Innsmouth Conspiracy source.
Because Jonathan's on the case. And in fact, Zach, I got one better for you. Since we're already flying off the rails here, let's just own it. What you should do is go to your drive. Go to your Google Drive right now. Check this out.
Oh, I see.
Go to marketing briefs.
Hold on, I got to get to the right account.
Use the documents we've got here. Marketing briefs. And Jonathan added a bunch of the source material stuff. You probably just search in Drive there. How we all find things these days. Just search for it.
Okay.
Briefs. Boom. Look at the Innsmouth board brief.
Okay, now I can pitch it to you.
Okay, now hold on.
Straight up.
You have all of that, which is fine. But scroll down. So you actually see these are all of Jonathan's notes.
So it would have been helpful to have been sent these notes prior to going live.
You actually had them about 3 weeks ago.
Well, I guess they were there, hidden on that second page.
They were there on the second page. That's right. So read to us a couple of quotes.
Okay.
That kind of explain some of the things.
So these are from The Shadow over Innsmouth.
Yeah.
These are where these quotes come from.
Yeah, this one in particular.
Its condition was almost perfect, and one could have spent hours in studying the striking and puzzling untraditional designs, some simply geometrical and some plainly marine, chased or moduled in high relief on its surface with a craftsmanship of incredible skill and grace.
So we could have wrote that right in the description.
Literally, that's the description.
That's the whole point. Is we're trying to, because we're talking about these kinds of things, and then you get to see that. Yeah.
I love these textures along these.
Yeah, right.
Here. That's really good.
You dig that?
What big brain did this?
You dig that?
Is Orn the right word? Orn jewelry in a downtown safe deposit vault. Some of the items were delicate and inspiring enough, but there was one box of strange old pieces descended from my mysterious great-grandmother, which my uncle was almost reluctant to produce. They were, he said, a very grotesque and almost repulsive design, and had never, to his knowledge, been publicly worn, though my grandmother used to enjoy looking at them. Vague legends of bad luck clustered around them, and my great-grandmother's French governess had said they ought to be worn in New England, though it would be quite safe to wear them in Europe.
So we've got like an interesting like jewelry kind of design, and that really comes through on a lot of the crown of the head on these pieces. Yeah, it's like 5 pages of quotes that were inspiring these different things. So what's really fun about this Innsmouth board, just to give you guys a little heads up. So we started the design process for this well before we knew much of anything about Innsmouth. It was really early. So we had gotten the announcement that Innsmouth was happening. And pulling from the source material, you're like, all right, well, I think this is going to work out. You know, we'll pull from the source. We don't know how Innsmouth campaign is going to be, but we assume it'll work out. And then you do this design, based on all of those things, that the pages of quotes that you've got there. And then you later find out that like many of the Mythos packs are exploring similar, obviously,
because they're
very
based on
similar.
that theme, right?
So then they actually bring in some of the things you didn't even know were going to be in the cycle because you're using the same source material, which I think is just super fun.
Yeah, because we started work on these, I say we, proverbially, 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
Right? Which
Yeah,
is
it was
also
a long time ago. Yeah.
Streaming Arkham Day, obviously, a little unexpectedly, but they finish when they finish. And we take our time with these and are really focused on, because hopefully these are around for a long time.
Yeah.
And people get to use them for a long time. So we want them to be done well. But it reminds me of a quote I heard that I loved from Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau about
Filonius
Star
one?
Wars. They did The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was actually Jon Favreau was saying, basically, we wanted to be inspired by the things that inspired Star Wars, not by Star Wars itself.
Boom. That's right. Put it on the wall.
In the same way, I feel like, obviously, the
Make a
designers
plaque.
of Arkham Horror, the LCG, be inspired by the mythos of H.P. Lovecraft. And so that's how that can work out with our boards, because we're inspired by the same thing that inspired
I would
campaign.
not be surprised to see similar quotes on the whiteboard at MJ's office.
Because
You know what I
surely
mean?
they're reading it, they have it on, et cetera, et cetera.
That's right. Now to the goods. Let's talk about deck building. So Zach's already got a deck build.
And they're up. They're available right now. You can
They
buy
are
them.
available. Yeah,
And
you can
they're
go to the
in stock,
website,
so
teamcoming.com, et cetera, et cetera.
if you buy them shortly, I think they will probably ship today.
And we're also we're just trying to expand the color palette on these things too.
Yeah, like the last was like a pinkish purple.
Yeah, the
which
pinkish
is
purple
cool.
was beautiful.
We have
and
the
then
green and the
this is like a
gold and
peach red. It's supposed to look like kind of a washed out wood that's slightly tinted with like the bloody, waters and stuff. You guys, it's blood. There's blood involved.
Always.
It's a conspiracy after all. If there was no blood, what would the conspiracy be? Somebody was, having a
it could
bad
be
day.
Not bloody related. Someone asking about these. Yeah, I don't know where these came from. Where are these tarot cards?
Consult Reddit, probably.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
the
like that
answer always
book,
is.
those books we were using for a while. But they look really nice and they're shiny. This is
Yeah.
the Ace of Swords.
That's right.
What's the rods one? King of Rods?
Yeah, Ace of Rods.
They're all aces.
Are they? I don't know, actually. No, I don't know that at all.
But look at that thing.
The King of Rods?
Shiny things are
Probably not.
just fun.
I love shiny things.
Lizard brain, is that what that is?
That is
The button?
Lizard yeah. Okay, so tell me this with Ursula. You're running, so Zach's running Ursula, I'm running Silas.
I want to talk to you about my process real quick. Because I'm 90% done with the deck.
Okay.
Right?
That's a good place to be.
But
Oh, we need to turn that camera.
it's a cooperative game. And so a huge part of this is, in my mind with Arkham, you can build a deck by yourself and do basic stuff well, right? Usually fighting or investigating. But there's another piece of it, which is the way the decks kind of function off of each other. Who's going first? Who's going second? What kind of stuff do we want to have going on? And those seem to have been our best Arkham experiences, is when we're teeing off of each other.
We want to
each other.
have you getting clues and me killing baddies, I think.
Yeah, and so you were like, hey, we're doing Innsmouth, I have to play Silas. Because you were really, I remember way back in the day, they had a preview version come out with a book.
Yeah.
And so you got to play him really early on. Fish, person, trident, it's the whole nine.
Yeah, to get that freaking book. And I
Um,
love fish people and water, of course.
Yeah, so we're
I don't know
playing
if you're
Innsmouth.
aware, but yeah.
I am. And you wanted to play Silas, which is a lot cool. But that meant that you look at Silas's cards, and I assume he's a fighter. Not a
Well,
lover.
I'll tell you what, more than anything, he's not a clue gatherer. Because his two stats are a 2 brain and a 2 book. So when you got a 4 fight and a 4 foot, you got to say to yourself, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be the strongest at clues. But if you need to evade enemies or fight enemies,
He's your
he
guy.
could potentially min-max into both of those options.
So I looked through all the investigators, and I was just looking for someone who thematically I was interested in playing, or whatever their hook was or their mechanic. And the person I'm most excited to play is actually Ashcan
Oh,
with
right on.
Duke. I'm
Yeah.
really excited to play that. So I started there, and I was like, let me see if I can do a clue version. It'd be kind of fun because we're both playing red. You're fighting, and then I'm not, because Duke can actually do clues pretty well.
Yeah.
But it did not. After I got to the
It didn't-
card pool, it didn't excite me. I think he can be a fighter that is also decent at grabbing clues, but I think it would be very hard for him to be the main clue person in a 2-person campaign.
Right. I'm with you on that.
He could be a good third person who does a little bit of both. So then I kept looking, and the next most interesting person, we play a lot of people at this point. We've
we've
done
done
5 campaigns, a couple standalones. That's like 10, 11 of the investigators that we've seen, and in the dream we each had 2. So
yeah, that's 4.
I've kind of
Four right
hit
there.
the top of my top list. But
Top
Then-
or top, man.
then I ran into Ursula. So let's talk about Ursula for a second and why she was appealing to me and what I'm trying to do with this deck. And again, this was
Let's go full screen for a second.
of the decks.
No, we're gonna pop. We're gonna pop.
Of the decks I've built.
Nice job. Nice.
This is the one I've spent the least time with.
Okay, well that's an exciting value proposition there.
But it came together really quickly, and part of that is because I know the cards a lot better. I played yellow a couple times at this point.
Yeah, and here's what I would also venture to say is that Ursula's fundamental seeker mechanic is in line with the fundamentally good seeker cards.
But you told me
Get a clue.
you told me a little hot secret today.
I heard this. People were talking on the internet about this. That if there's an event card or any card in your hand that can be played from hand that has investigate in bold on it, it's considered both playing an action and taking an investigate action.
So I built the deck not knowing that, which could change. I have is yellow seeker?
Yeah, that's right.
Nailed it.
Now, is that true? We got to make sure with the chat that that's true.
Yeah, so if big if true, right?
Yeah.
So I just need to look through the cards or get recommendations from chat to see. But here's the thing about Ursula, right? She got a 3 intellect. That's the brain stat, right? Am I getting this right? Is that called intellect? Willpower.
Willpower.
That's intellect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 willpower, not bad. That's a pretty good stat. 2 is not so great. 3 is okay. 4 is really good.
1 is like, how does this character exist?
She's got the 4 book stat.
Looking at you, Rex.
Classic. She's only got a 1 fight, not a fighter. She's a
Speaking
lover.
of, yeah.
4 speed.
Innovator.
So she can evade and she can get clues. She can move and group. You know what I mean?
those are two very important things, man.
Then she has a fundamentally good reaction, which is after you move to a location, you can take an investigate action once around.
So good.
So once around, she moves, she gets a free investigate. That means she's really efficient at evading, moving, investigating, that whole thing. She can really tear it up. Her superstar effect, after your test ends, you may move to a connecting location.
Yeah, sometimes good.
So free move can be good. 7/7 on the
Sometimes it can break the game wide open
health
for you.
and sanity.
And otherwise, the losable game actually has an out.
Yeah.
We need one more action.
But all of that, those are all fine and normal seeker goodness. Right?
That's just phenomenal, yes.
But the line of text that actually got me is this right here. Her deck building options.
Mm-hmm.
Seeker cards 0 to 5.
Right?
Neutral cards 0 to 5. But most importantly, relic cards 0 to 4. So
Right. Ooh, yeah.
I've been playing a lot of investigators who are like level 1 to 2 of this, 0 to 2 of this color is the other thing you can do. So this is the first time it's like, oh, wait a second. That's relics of any experience, basically, from anywhere.
Yeah.
So then I did a quick search on the old Arkham DB.
Here we go, yeah.
Type relic, and I
Bada
was
bing,
like,
bada bing, bada bing.
oh, hello there. One of my favorites from downtown. You'll remember this one.
Do you have a high level relic you're going for?
I have a handful.
Good.
I don't know where I'm going yet.
Good.
But there's a baseline relic that I really love that you'll remember from about a year ago when we were diving into this for the first
Is
time.
it the pocket watch?
Nope. Look at it.
Would you look at it? Crystallizer of Dreams. That's Tony.
It's a relic,
That's what Tony was running.
which means every time you play an event, instead of it going away, not every time. How does it read? Can you read to me?
Didn't I play Crystallizer of Dreams? Did you?
I did in my Tony deck.
That's right.
But you built for me.
Oh yeah, that's why. After you play an event, attach it face down to this card. You can have 5 there. And then they may be committed to skill tests as if they were in your hand. So you get a guardian and a weakness comes in, but you get to basically turn all of your events into a second use of using your things, your skill cards.
So this is where it started. I looked up the relics and I found that. And then there's a bunch of other ones too, right? Chthonian Stone is a relic. And let me grab my short stack.
Oh, of course you're grabbing Chthonian Stone.
Things that I liked, I didn't even know some of these existed. That's what was really cool about this. Check this out. The Council's Offer. Are you kidding me?
Is that the one designed by the
Yeah.
Arkham Knights people?
Check this out.
Oh, are you gonna play this card?
I don't know yet.
I've been thinking about playing this card for 1,000 years.
So it comes in with 2 locks on it.
Yeah.
1 per investigator.
You lock it, you get any card you want.
If there are no locks on the council, each investigator gets to search his or her deck or discard pile for any card and play it at no cost.
That's pretty crazy.
Then you exile this card, max once per campaign.
That's a lot. But it's a giant Hail Mary moment. I know you're a Hail Mary guy.
You know I am. It's double action, test 5 of any skill.
Yeah.
If you succeed, remove a lock. Any investigator location can activate this ability.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's any good, but it's crazy.
I'll tell you what, opening hand is pretty wild. You drop that puppy down, you take a test, I take the last test, and then we go get anything, put it in for free. It's very good. You can do it once, though.
I only get it
And then
once.
it's exiled out of the game.
But like, you know, let's say we're after like scenario 6, right? We're heading to the end of this campaign. And then it's like, it's just 2 experience. So like,
what's
I
2
put it
experience?
in, and if we need it,
You put it back
great.
in, maybe.
No, okay.
I don't
So
know.
there's other ones too, right?
Now, of course, this is neutral, so anybody could run that.
Anybody could run
But
it.
it is in the relic pile.
Yeah. Ornate bow. We're just looking at the relics right now. Also neutral, right? Could do it.
Ornate
It's a
bow
fun
is
thing.
literally built for Ursula.
Yeah. Then other good things. You've used this, I think. Key of use. Yes. Key of wise.
Hey, let me tell you something about this
but I-
card. You shouldn't play it. It's like putting a game genie on the console.
Too good.
It's
Okay.
You could just.
It was just on the relic list.
I
you
think
know?
I think there's been some errata to it or some amount of like, hey, just this costs 17,000 experience now, because if you read the card as you did, you will realize that it is unbelievably good.
Yeah, because you get 4 extra sanity, and then you get +1 to each of your skills for each horror on it.
I mean,
So
you're
up to +3.
you're on +3 for the whole game if you want to be.
Well, you got to take horror 3 times, but yes, I agree. Skeleton key, always love to see
An
it,
absolute
right?
classic.
Then I found this gem, the gold pocket watch.
Is that exceptional? It is.
It is 8 experience, exceptional. but hear me out. Fast action. When a phase begins, remove the gold pocket watch from the game. Skip this phase.
Like the Mythos phase would be a good one to skip. Yeah.
Or after a phase ends, remove the gold pocket watch from the game. Repeat that phase.
Oh, come on.
Can you imagine having back-to-back investigator turns?
That's pretty crazy.
Get out of town.
Yeah, you should probably run that.
Okay, so that's cool. Then you got the upgraded Chthonian stone, of course. Yeah, it's all great. Then I have no idea how to say this word. It's the jewel of Aureolus.
You think you're gonna say the name for nipples when you say it, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just.
I don't know how to say it.
get it
If
out
anyone can pronounce that in the chat for me, I would love it.
Aureolus.
Which is reaction after you reveal a symbol during a skill test. You can exhaust it, draw a card, or gain 2 resources.
Remember how I was trying to use that in, what was it, Jim Culver, I think? And I think it did a good job. I think it worked. Look at that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
good.
that was what I found on my first pass, just alone. But the Crystallizer of Dreams is really what set the deck
That's the
building
engine.
off. So
So now we look at skills with high, or events with high skill icons. So
yeah,
we look at
and
doubles.
I found a lot of them.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Classic working a hunch. Beautiful card, right? If it gets you a clue and then also you get a 2 book later,
That's good game grandma right there.
Unreal value. I also like Vantage Point. It was fast. Play after a location enters play or is revealed. So if I go, I get a free investigate, but this is fast, so I can play this. Till the end of the active investigator's turn, that location gets -1 shroud. You can move 1 clue to that location from any other location.
That's built for you.
So literally, there's
built for
a
you.
4 over here. I move to a 2 shroud.
Get it out of here.
Make it a 1. Move a clue there. Go on to town, and then it's got a book and a foot, which are my 2 stats that I'm going to test the most.
Of course.
Attaches to the crystallizer.
Writes itself.
Someone asked earlier how many backpacks I'm going to run, and the answer is probably very high.
All of them.
Because I have all these assets.
Yeah, 2
that
backpacks
I need to go
at least,
get.
for sure.
I also like this one, Unearth the Ancients. 2 books, of course, cost 1 event. Investigate.
Oh, I know what this one does.
Choose an asset in your hand, and it has to be a seeker asset, I believe. That's what that globe is.
That's right. Yeah.
The difficulty of the skill test is equal to the chosen asset's printed cost. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, put the asset into play. If it was a relic, draw a card.
This is an example of a card you can play with Ursula's ability.
Yes.
Move to a new location, play on Earth for free.
And then if you have Crystallizer out, it attaches, and you get a +2 to your investigate.
Yeah, I mean,
later,
that's
which
just
is
value.
great.
Not for free. It costs you 1 still, but the action you don't have to take.
Shortcut, classic.
Yeah, come on.
No Stone Unturned. That's a friendly card for everybody
It's a
involved.
great card.
It's a
Yeah.
wild, attaches to Crystallizer. Choose an investigator. The upgraded version is even better. Search your deck for a card
Yeah.
and get it. It's great. And I think the upgraded actually even has...
Maybe I'll just
get
play
icons.
Harpoon and Net then, if you can, of course,
Help
let
you
me go get
fish?
anything I want.
Yeah. Now, if you're also on backpacks too, right? Like you have assets you can go get.
I'm not going to be on backpacks. I'm going to be on 90% skill cards.
I also like Cryptic Writings. 2 books, 0 cost, gain 2 resources. After you play it, If you draw it during your turn, you play it.
Oh, it's, hey man, this is built. Yeah, you figured this out. You found the engine, didn't
Crack
you?
the case, classic. One, connect the dots currently, but it's 2 books, etc., etc. I also like, there's a lot of cards I've never seen because I'm specifically looking at heavy events. Normally it's like you get a fingerprint kit, you get all that kind of stuff.
You are also doing that, right?
Yeah, well, now that I know you can use it in response to her ability, it's different.
That's true.
Right? Burning the Midnight Oil, investigate. When this action begins, gain 2 resources. So 0, you get to investigate, you get 2 resources, and you get this card.
That's a great one with Ursula's ability. Just doesn't cost you an action. You get 2.
Yeah, see, you're with me. I've got a plan. It's a fight that uses your book stat. You deal extra damage equal to each clue that you have to a max of +3.
That's so good in Ursula.
Yep.
What?
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Then field work.
I've got a plan. It's great.
After you move to a location, the location has at least 1 clue on it. Exhaust field work. You get +2 skill value for the next skill test you perform this phase. So literally, she moves, she gets a free investigate. This triggers, she gets +2.
Fieldwork is also built for, I think that was in the Forgotten Age box with her.
It looks like it.
I don't
the
know.
art would make me think it was Forgotten Age.
Yeah.
Dr. Milan, of course.
You're going to run the other one, though. Aren't you going to get the old Relic Keeper?
Who's the relic?
Ellie?
Keeper?
Well,
I have no idea.
The one I played in.
Horowitz?
Yeah, the Queen.
I'll look at it.
Pendant Queen build.
Then I have Feed the Mind.
Yeah, man, I don't know if I'll ever play that again. You remember that time whenever it dunked on me? And I hit that tentacle and
But I have good luck, so.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
And then I really like Occult Lexicon. Limit 1 per deck. After you play it, search your bonded for 3 copies of Bloodright, which is an event with 3 different icons on it for free. 1 goes into your hand, 2 go into your deck. And when you play the event, you draw 2. Discard up to 2 cards from your hand for each card thusly discarded, literally printed on the card. You may either gain a resource or spend a resource to deal damage to an enemy at your location. Doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. So some ways to do a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
And these are great little events. The 0 cost events that also attach to Crystallizer and do anything are the kind of cards that I like.
It's max value.
Happening. Yeah.
You're renaming yourself.
Then some maybes that I like. Obviously, Eureka and Deduction are fine cards.
They're fine cards, aren't they?
Arcane Enlightenment. Your maximum hand size is increased by 1. You may have an additional hand slot, which can only be used to hold a tome asset.
You don't need that.
I thought I had tomes.
You don't have any tomes.
I don't have any tomes.
You're not Daisy.
And then finally, Wit and Green was interesting. While you control a tome or a relic, you get +1 book.
Oh, hello.
Reaction after you reveal a location or put a location into play. Exhaust Witten. Search the top 6 cards of your deck for a tome or a relic and draw it. Shuffle your deck.
Now, that may be better than Ellie.
Let me go find Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie searches the top 9, I think, when coming into play, or the top 6, and then you can attach relics to up to 3 to her, and then she can play them for free as an action or something. That's how I remember it
Let me look.
in my old brain.
So that's what I've got going on. If anyone in chat has recommendations, I'm happy to hear them out while Steven's working through his deck build. But I assume my deck is not going to be overly surprising to your plan.
All right, am I playing Fire Axe? I need to know if I'm playing Fire Axe, Madame Lebranche, or not, because that was my original Silas build, and it was just absolute hot fire. Why wouldn't I do that, right? Have any of these cards been tabooed? Because I feel like they're all way too good.
So Ellie says, after Dr. Ellie Horowitz enters play, search the top 9 cards of your deck for a relic asset and attach it to her. Shuffle your deck. Each relic asset attached to Dr. Ellie Horowitz does not take up any slots. It is still considered to be in play and under your control. So it's like you've played it?
Yeah, it's just there.
Jiminy, crikey.
Yeah, but it's particularly good if you have expensive relics, you know?
Yeah, I'll just do a comparable. I gotta find the other copy up there.
Man, so they didn't taboo, like, I always felt like when I was playing Fire Axe, Lebranche, Dark Horse, like, it was too good. So, looks like I'm playing it. Looks like I'm playing it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna resurrect my old build and just go for it. Where are the cards that we play with?
Yeah, I have those for you. Also, I really like the upgraded version of Witten. She's too experienced. Well, you can control a tome or relic. You get +1 willpower and intellect. So that's
Why not
good.
both? Charisma, you know?
After you reveal a location or put a new location to play, exhaust like the top 9 for Tome of Relic and draw it. So as compared to top 6, and then only the +1 on the intellect.
It's on book and brain?
Yeah,
Ooh,
on the upgraded
that's pretty
version.
solid.
Yeah, I do think
Great looking ally, too. Cool ally. I love it.
yeah, charisma into both her and probably Ellie over Milan, which I like just to get Milan out of here. Tired of seeing him; he's too efficient.
I know, it's right.
What even in his updated version, what color do you need? Red?
Red, yeah, red. Am I really just gonna play only the? I might just play the old school nautical prowess build and tell the harpoons to get out of town. But I want to play the harpoons.
What's this bow?
What am I supposed to do then? But the fire axe is just so strictly better. Not strictly, I know. Get +1. It's +1 fight, +1 damage. So it's a 2 damage +1. I gotta look at this fire axe again. I just remember it being just crazy.
Chris saying, look at Miskatonic University funding.
Are these organized? Who did this? Am I gonna play Lucky? Nah. I'm not gonna play Lucky. I got all these skill cards. I don't need to worry about Lucky.
What color is the university funding? Is that an orange card?
Seems like it would be neutral. All right, so I'm going to put together what I had and see where we go from there.
Billy, I was looking at Hallowed Mirror, which I like. I love that card. But it goes in the same slot as the Crystallizer, and at least until I can upgrade into being able to play 2, it didn't make a lot of sense. So apparently it's a secret card. Funding. Sounds fun.
Got him. Nice.
It was too easy.
Nailed it. Huh? Live and learn, of course. Man, there's some of these new, there's new Survivor cards too, of course, since I, like Grit Your Teeth, maybe? No, I'm not really doing the fail and flail build. Is that a thing? Do people call it that? Should call it that. Fail and flail or don't. Ooh, You Catastrophe is good. Are we going to do anything with the tokens, the blessies, and the...
I'm not. Are you? Should we?
That's a great question, man. I don't know. Probably not, man. Who needs to engage with the central mechanic of this cycle?
I heard it was a bonus mechanic.
2 or fewer items? That's possible. So my Silas deck, when I built it in the old days, had a lot of the cards that were good against, like, to make his brain okay. Because they all need it.
Bad cards are a thing.
Ooh, Token of Faith. That's interesting.
Now this funding card, oh, there it is. It's a grant, permanent. Ooh.
Predestined is fun. Yes. Okay, that's interesting to me. We're getting to the new cards.
Ooh, that's an interesting card. Look at this. Miskatonic Archaeology funding. Permanent, 1 per deck. You have 2 additional ally slots, which can only be used to hold Miskatonic assets.
Oh, cool. Are they both Miskatonic people?
Witten is. Ellie Horowitz isn't. But I assume I could find a... Wait, what's my signature ally? What? Is that Miskatonic? No, he's a Wayfarer.
Oh my gosh, Mariner's Compass. Are you crazy? This with Fire Axe is insane, Zach. Why am I running this stupid net?
What's a Fire Axe?
All right, hold on. I gotta show it to you. This is built for this. What is happening? I had it so hard back in the day, comparatively. Like the easiest thing ever.
Well, there's like way more cards out since then, right?
Yeah, I guess that's why. All right, and then we've got There's Dark Horse.
Brian asking, location markers
Orange.
coming soon? Question mark, question mark.
We're not. I don't think we're doing it.
They went into the abyss. We were looking at it very seriously, and then ultimately it was like,
We haven't needed them in 7 campaigns, you know, and it's like there's a lot of offerings out there that are fine.
we just decided not to do it. But we did just launch this board, and we've finally achieved the mission. The
We
6
have.
pack just came out last week for this cycle, and we have a board and a Doom token that are themed to be inspired by the same stuff that inspired the cycles themselves.
Boom.
That is years of desire to catch up.
That's years of desire. And just goes to show you, put your mind to something, sometimes it works.
You heard it here first, kids. Sometimes it works.
This is all, I think these are all big cards. Okay, so check this out. Look at Fire Axe.
I don't know what that means, Galactus.
Check this out. 1 cost weapon. If you have no resources in your resource pool, it deals +1 damage, so it's 2 damage. You get that?
Spend your money, yeah?
Yeah, during an attack using Fire Axe, you can spend a resource to get +2 for the skill test. And you can do that 3 times. So if
you
you
get
have
the +6?
If you have 3 money, you can go to +6 and then do 2 damage. Now, the thing about this is too, once you've drained your resources, it's just +1 damage static. Now, why is this good for Silas, you may ask? Because on that second swing, where you have no money and you can't pump the axe anymore, you put the skill card in, and you get +2 or +3 anyway, right? So 1 cost Fire Axe. Now look at this. Madame Lebrun. If you have no cards in your hand, exhaust to draw. If you have no money, exhaust, gain 1. So with her out, you drain your money to get +X, swing for 2, gain 1, drop 1, swing for 2 again.
You'll love to see it.
All fast.
Also, there's a certain irony to the fishman with a fire axe.
No, wait.
Am I wrong? I expect you to have like the
Firefighter Silas
the
coming in.
tidal trident, you know, or something like that. And instead, it's like, I'm gonna play a fire axe. The fireman.
Look at this. Mariner's Compass. Action, exhaust.
Now this makes more sense to me.
If you succeed and you have no money, discover an additional clue. How is that possible?
What's your investigate stat?
During an investigation, you can spend a resource to get +1 3 times. So it's just the investigate Fire Axe.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah, that's a great question. Why not? Like even just one turn where you gain, spend a couple of bucks to investigate at +4 and gain 2 clues. That's value, man.
Yeah. Are there any cards that you can also that encourage you to spend your money? You know,
All cards
but I mean like
that cost money.
in terms of like, are there any other reactions to spending money or to running out of money? Or
These are the only ones that I've found. I didn't have this back in. Oh, there is. Yeah, Dark Horse is the other one that you need to see. Check this out.
Limit 1 per investigator. During the upkeep phase, you may choose to not gain resources while you have no resources in your resource pool.
+1 to all your stats.
So you're always going to gain the resource, but then you're going to spend down to 0 and get +1 to everything.
That's right.
That's a Bugatti card.
Yeah. So you come in with Fire Axe.
He's the Dark Horse Fishman.
Yeah, he's the Dark Horse Fishman. That's right. That's him right there with the cowboy hat.
All right.
Now we just need to find another copy of Dark Horse. Now we got Dark Horse. So that leaves you asking, why am I running this harpoon and net? There's no reason.
Side note, I just want to make everyone aware.
I want there to be a reason, but there's no reason.
I mean, theme. This is a good enough reason. I need everyone to be aware of this. Which is, it was so tempting for me to run Dr. William T. Mallison and Deciphered Reality being my end game.
It is tempting.
I elected not to do it because I feel like if I do it now, every time I play Seeker, that's what I'm going to do. It's a dangerous road for me because I love that card that much.
The last thing we want to do is play what we love.
I'm trying to avoid it, yeah.
Everyone's saying you need more than one weapon. You know what? My Arkham experience has never been that.
Well, it's because we're not afraid to run the backpack.
I'm not afraid to run the backpack. Thank you, Zach, for mentioning that. I'm also not afraid to find outs until I find the weapon. I mean, how many times have we done that in our playthroughs? Right?
I mean,
there was one time I only had one. I had the one gun, and I just had to go find
every
it,
time.
You
Yeah. Although, you know, I tend to run against that math less often. But I do love the backpack.
And let me go find this dark
I'm
horse.
looking for Miskatonic allies, just so I can see.
Welcome to Arkham, where half of your time is this. You either do this every time you're looking for a card, or you organize your collection every time you deck build.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Both of them take too much time, so you have to decide where you want it to be bad. All right, other cards. So I'm gonna run both. I'm gonna run all of the whole thing. Do you have his nautical prowess and all of that?
Certainly. I have no idea. Did they come in the first?
So it was with the book, but Robert certainly had it. Didn't you have Robert's old collection?
Yeah, no, I should have all that.
You should have it then.
What is it? A card?
It is a card. It's his second set from the novellas.
I should have it. Yep.
We can all agree. You should have it. You should also have this other copy of Dark Horse that I probably cannot find.
What color?
Red. Did you? It's not. No, it's not a relic. It might be in here. Let me take a quick look. Should Silas be running track shoes? That's actually kind of interesting. I didn't look at those.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah.
You were running the Experience backpack recently, right? Did you already grab it?
I don't have it at all. Do I have a deck open somewhere? I gave the decks back, right?
I thought I had them.
You know, apparently Meat Cleaver is a thing that you can run too, Silas. I'm just not sure if you should. Another episode of...
Someone saying Dark Horse is limit 1 per investigator.
Yeah, it is, but you gotta get it.
What are the Silas cards called?
It's like Nautical Prowess and then something else. All right, I've only got the one Dark Horse, so maybe I'll only run one. Solves that problem. Here's a bunch of green cards. Did you know these are here?
Yeah, those were our deconstructed decks.
Let's make sure it's not in here. Oh, I'm definitely going to run like Sharp Vision in this one. Sharp Vision and Silas got so good. Brute Force. Ugh. My gosh. Cards are built for Silas. Not named. Resourceful's probably in, right? We all run Resourceful. We all decided that's correct.
Is this the non-alternate version of Silas?
Yeah, this is the normal version. I've never seen the normal version until today, honestly.
Well, do I have a treat for you?
What is this?
This is my box of goodies.
Just other stuff?
No, this is all the generic campaign stuff. And then all my investigators are in here. We're looking for the other Silas.
Well, see, that's organized. So you spent the time to do that.
Well, this is just the investigators with their signature cards and stuff. That's got to happen. Or it gets questionable.
All right, I'm going over the Arkham, the deck building. Okay. I was running Flashlight, but I'm not now that I have the compass. I was running Rabbit's Foot. Is there a better accessory slot for Silas? Chat, let's take a look. This, I would be totally lost without Arkham DB.
This is what you're looking for.
That's it.
See?
Yeah.
Waboom.
Waboom indeed. Thank you. Is that your new catchphrase?
That's right.
Waboom.
Waboom.
Oh man,
With the hand gesture.
I really do hope you actually maybe say that. Say that on purpose later.
Waboom.
Waboom.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'll wait just long enough where you forget it's happening.
It's that stream. It's that stream culture.
What can you play a different color besides red?
Yes.
What's that color?
Great question. I think I can play innate from everything and neutrals. Yeah. So innate skills level 0 to 2.
I'll let you look that one up.
You were literally just blown away. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of those. It's like me being able to play the relics from everything. It's like I'm not
just
looking
too
through a
much.
collection to find all the relics.
All right, I'm doing the cherished keepsake. I think that's for sure. Did somebody say that? Yeah, you guys probably said that.
Look,
to me.
here's the deal, man. That upgraded backpack keeps going somewhere.
Keepsake. Yeah, keepsake. Great. Keepsake. Did you? It should be in here. I was running it, was I not?
I thought you were.
I was. I can be your backpack, etc. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where. I don't know.
Let me see if it's in these neutrals.
These cards never leave this room, you know.
Well, they go to my office. Technically.
There's your
Not
problem.
home.
There's where it happened, you know. Now we're
Oh.
guessing. All right, teddy bear. Cherished keepsake is over here.
You were playing the backpack, right?
I was playing it so well. I mean, you remember how well I was playing it.
Remember that time when the chat convinced us to put fine clothes in our deck, and it was just not the idea.
Didn't we use them? Didn't we talk to somebody? Or?
I ended up having it and never got it when it mattered.
That's hardly their fault.
I think it was their fault.
I think you can find the fine clothes in your backpack. They'd be wrinkled though.
That maybe they're fine enough to be anti-wrinkle.
Elvish clothes.
Yeah. Oh man.
So if I were an upgraded backpack, where would I be? That's what you're asking yourself in your head right now, right?
Yeah. Give me a second. Go. I think I know.
Okay, yeah. See, you always know when you know. That's the thing. It's like that weird that saying, you know, it's always the last place you look. I didn't realize how ridiculous that was until I thought about it. And I was like, wait a minute. It's always true. Are people still doing the survivor fail all the tests builds? You know, it's fine. It's fine, but it always just felt so wrong. I'm not here to fail, okay? I'm not here to fail. And you can't put that failing energy out there into the bag. That's really important. There's one thing I know. Ever since it looks like Drawing Thin got nuked by that taboo list. Oh wow, beloved, you're awesome. Huh. I got to tell you, I'm drawn to this weird bag stuff. Tor Lumentor, this is so good. I do the fail all the tests build in every class. That's comedy, man. Everybody's so funny. All right, cherished keepsake, done.
Haven't found the backpack yet.
Bada boom. Seriously.
But I will.
We can always proxy him. Live and learn. Gotta play live and learn. If you're playing Survivor, you gotta play live and learn. And you must look at Lucky. Must. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Winging it. Are we still playing Winging It?
You don't have a stash somewhere, right?
I so don't.
No stacks of cards.
I mean,
These
for
were the
Arkham, I can't imagine why or how I would. I don't even touch those cards after the stream.
These are both the regular backpack, right?
Look to be the regular backpack, yeah. You want to flip one of them over and it can be the upgraded one?
No, I want the backpacks. Huh.
But isn't this really what Arkham's about? Just losing stuff.
I just don't know how I lost the backpacks again.
It's some kind of a sick joke. It's like somebody came in here and took them because they know how much we love them.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these people on chat right now. Playing some cruel joke.
I don't know.
Did Hodovec come in here and steal our backpacks? An act of spite and defiance.
Here's my backpack.
Okay, here's all the upgraded cards. Don't need these guys. Okay, next up for Steven is Winging It. Steven is winging it.
This is gonna drive me crazy.
Yep. I'm here for it too. I get to just watch. You know it's probably right in front of you somewhere. Do you look at these cards? They're upside down. There's the
That's the Innsmouth campaign cards.
Anybody know where Zach's backpack is?
Where is my backpack?
You know, I used to run scavenging. Basically, period. I think it's for one specific character. I can't remember. There's one. Isn't the grave guy comes in there and
The Gravedigger?
yeah.
I'm not saying you're a Gravedigger.
And he like gets stuff out of the discard pile and stuff.
Next to Ursula. That's the regular backpack.
No other cards committed to it. Other cards cannot be committed to the skull test.
These are all regular backpacks. I want the Bugatti backpack.
Yeah, well, we know what it does.
But my heart.
What does my heart feel so bad? Little Moby? A little Moby on that?
I know it's here.
I just like that everybody out there gets to feel this moment. We've all felt this moment many times, you know? It's like I know it's somewhere. I know it's close. It can't possibly have gone anywhere, you know? Where could it possibly be? Just like right now, I can't find this winging it.
What's it look like?
I don't know. If I knew that, I'd have an easier time of it. There it is. I already pulled it.
This thing?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, do I even want this anymore? No, I don't. I don't even want that. Cut. Defiant. See, this is what I do. I play a lot of the purple brain events. Brain moments. Like Defiance and Fearless and Eureka. Quick Thinking. Those kinds of things. Somebody in chat had a list for me.
Are these all just the red cards?
Yeah.
There's the other half of that stack.
I do need to add some more confusion to the list by asking for the purple cards.
We can do that. Are you looking for a specific purple card?
Yeah, many of them. Do you want to know what they are?
Yeah, I can just
Do you want me to
the stack.
surprise you?
Here you go.
All right. Maybe there's a backpack in there. That's all I'm saying.
Don't look like it.
Are these in order?
He's a joker.
And where did Sister Mary end up? Have you seen Sister Mary recently? She had the backpacks. No.
She's missing.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yes.
Well, maybe it is in here then. Maybe I've got it somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize you didn't have Sister Mary. You know?
The grand conclusion.
This is all ashes. Do that right by the mic. That's good. More ashes.
Hey, what's in that purple box?
This is all the auxiliaries. Star Wars CCG.
I have your blue box at home, unfortunately.
My what box?
The blue one? With all your flesh and blood in it?
Oh, I don't think that one's... No room in that one for Arkham. What about this? No? This is all Star Wars CCG, the Nisei. Crazy. Netrunner and Star Wars. Have you seen your deck from the last campaign?
Yes.
What? Oh, wait. Hold on. I was supposed to put it in the deck builder and publish it.
Yeah. Ha-ha!
Supposed to.
Aha! I knew it! My system is chaotic, but I don't lose things.
I didn't leave this room.
Man, you were not wrong. Where is that? And we have an upgraded backpack.
The thing that's funny about that story is I didn't publish that deck list, which is now just kind of a meme of me
It is.
saying that I'm going to and then not. Not ideal.
Not my best quality.
Not my best quality. I just don't do it.
Well, now
I
it's
just
going
forget,
to die.
and then, you know. Okay, any other innate events that I'm missing?
Worko's asking if I'm running Tooth of Etzley. It was on the list I was looking at, but I don't know.
It's always close. It's right there.
I'm about to finalize my list. I'm going to spread out the cards and get down to 30. But one of the things I haven't 100% done yet, which will dictate some things, that's a very specific card, is defining my upgrade path. And so I need to do, that's really what I need to do right now, because that changes everything.
Ian, what's Unrelenting? What class is Unrelenting?
Isn't that a neutral?
Sounds neutral.
Like a skill card or something?
It definitely sounds neutral. Okay, Fearless. I run Fearless only because I love the art, almost exclusively.
Man, some of these sleeves are getting...
You really just don't run the level 0 and you run the level 2 when it comes in, but it's fine.
Survivor.
Survivor. Okay. Survivor.
I'm a survivor.
Other
What
things.
was the word I used earlier that you liked? Stream word?
Woo, at least like woo goo? Woo boo?
Waboom?
Waboom. There it is.
You got the purple cards?
Yeah, they're
Let's
right
put
there.
these on top. No particular order.
As we like them.
Yeah. I might end up having to buy another Return to Forgotten Age just for those insurance backpacks.
Just in case, yeah, you don't. That was a stressful moment. Almost lost the backpack.
Matt, definitely appreciate that. It's part of why we were even hesitant to stream the... I think pretty much everyone should have had the deluxe plus the first couple of packs, which is what I have. And so that gives us the first 4 or 5 scenarios, which is, if we do every other week, a good 10-week period. And we're hoping it resolves by then. But there'll be a certain point we stop because we'll just be waiting. And earlier I committed loosely to never playing the game again. If we get to that point, I don't have my packs. But, you know, could be hyperbole. Could be true.
Loosely. Zach, I need 1 green card. 1.
Why would you need a green card?
I know, right? Lucky enough to be born here, so I don't need 1. But quick thinking is the one that I need.
Quick.
Yeah. And anyone who doesn't know, and we're pulling from the giant chest down here, the
Covenant.
Is it a chest of drawers?
That's what that I didn't know that that's what the word actually was for so long.
But if there's no drawers, it's just a chest?
It's just a chest.
Like a treasure chest.
Yeah.
Anyway, it says, in his house at Riley, Dead Cthulhu waits dreaming.
It's really amazing. If you haven't seen that episode where we show that off.
It's too heavy to lift, though.
It's a lot. I get a workout when I have to move it in here. You said quick thinking. What kind of card is it?
Skill.
That was dramatic.
I had to look. I had to think about it for a second. Guys, what about daring? So daring seems good to me here. Because after you reveal a chaos token, you can return a skill committed to your hand. So after I fail a test with daring, I can pop it back in. Does it still get retaliate? If I pop that card back in, do I still get retaliate?
I'm not listening at all.
I'm talking at you though, but mainly to the chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a card, and
it seems like chat's all end on daring. Well, I'm glad we're aligned. I'm gonna guess it works like I think it does then.
As we discussed before the stream, multitasking is not my skill set. See?
Where am I? Whose floor is this?
What is happening? Quick thinking. Boom. How many copies you need?
All of them.
There you go.
Ooh, Steadfast is handy too. Steadfast is very handy. I like Steadfast a lot. Okay, so if I fail the test, I draw the thing, and I put daring back in, it still has retaliate, so that's bad. But also, if I succeed the test and put daring back in, I will still draw the card and still have daring in my hand. Is that what we're saying? Okay, the effects still last, apparently. Well, that's, I'm kind of a, again, are we planning on failing or not? We're not planning on failing. Have I got news for you, man? You know what else I need?
Oh, Lord.
A single blue card.
Okay.
2 single blue cards.
That's not a single. 2 individuals? What do we need?
Daring and Steadfast.
1 card of it. 1 copy of it.
2 copies of both.
You don't need a single anything.
I need a
What was the
single
other one?
instance of 2. It's like Fork Lightning. Daring and Steadfast.
We ignore that. It's steadfast a skill?
They're all going to be skills, yeah? And you got the quick thinking, yeah? You did? Okay. Are we an opportunist? Nobody runs that card, right?
What's the card I'm looking for currently?
Steadfast.
You distracted me. Remember when Survival Life with Zoe was awesome?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love
that was
that
a fun
deck.
build.
Yeah.
Are you running Eureka? If you're not, I will. It's right here.
We have 4 copies of it, I think.
Yeah, you don't need it though. I just don't want to run the same card that you're running.
Gross.
Yeah, gross. Ooh. You do. These are. Yep. You mean it? What? I didn't legally either, dude.
I'm looking for ambush.
Jesus.
Got him.
Do you actually know what you're looking for?
Steadfast.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
This stream is really just about getting people ready for the real Arkham Horror experience.
Yeah. That's 100% why we're doing it this way.
Mainly this. It's just mainly this. But isn't it exciting to think about how these cards could actually work together to make something good? You didn't find Steadfast?
We're not done.
Is it in Mary?
I just tore that apart. Tear the ship apart.
Gross. Okay, well, let's assume that it's not then.
Were you running it, Mary?
I don't think so.
Let's try again.
Halfway through here, and I just totally forgot what I'm looking for, honestly.
See?
I think I'll know it when I see it.
No.
Inquiring Mind. There it is. That just seems good, everybody. True Understanding is an interesting card. Does anyone actually run this card? Is anyone running True Understanding? So, can someone convince me to run it? I would love to run it. I just need somebody to be with me on True Understanding here.
To help make a case.
Yeah. That is weird. That is weird what you're doing.
What?
Pushing it with your right thumb. How do you, why do you do it like that?
What else do you do?
I'm like this.
Wait, what are you doing?
Left thumb up is the sort method here.
This way?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's like watching.
Wait, why do you use your left hand?
Why wouldn't you? Because you gotta have the grabbers. The reachers are down here. This is what makes the cards work. You got to be able to grab quickly through the pile there.
I do all of these kind of things backwards.
Yes, you do.
I think it's because I was maybe meant to be left-handed.
Yep.
But, education systems and stuff
Yep.
don't make that
Just
easy.
the way the Lord made you.
I do a lot of things that way.
Okay.
Are we sure Steadfast is a blue card?
I'm so certain of it. I would bet my life and yours on it.
Don't you go betting now.
All right, and then finally the Survivor skill card, and I need to look at something somebody mentioned in the chat called, what was it called? Predestined? No? What was it called? What's that card called? Somebody mentioned a card I was supposed to look at. All right, I like that. I like that. Let's run True Understanding. Unrelenting,
Try
yes.
this one more time.
Unrelenting. Where's Unrelenting? What does that even mean? Unrelenting.
Steadfast is a skill card, right?
Oh, it's level 1. That's why I didn't see it. Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying a different approach.
Oh, cool. Unrelenting's cool. That's nice. I like that a lot. I would say I'm deciding between Inquiring Mind and True Understanding. Where are we on this, chat?
What's the difference?
One of them's good.
Some of these cards are gross.
Not as gross as some of the Flesh and Blood cards.
First Aid is the card I particularly
Oh, it
saw.
is
That's
gross.
why-
Oh, some of those weaknesses too, that hypochondria or whatever with all the bloody hands.
And you always get that weakness.
I always get it, and I think it's so disgusting. It turns me. Turns my stomach. You're seriously saying it's not in there?
It is, but our organization system is not making it easy.
I just won't run it.
Nah. One thing I'll say is when I'm looking for a card, I don't quit easily.
We got ourselves a little deck coming together here. Okay, here we go. Let's get down to business. Nautical Prowess is in. Dreams of the Deep, also in. It's a horrible weakness. We're running the full boat for Silas here, ladies and gentlemen. The full boat. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Then, for our suite, we are running the engine of Fire Axe, Dark Horse, LeBlanc, and Mariner's Compass, of course.
Steadfast, you say? It's not in here.
For real. I guess
Wait. When did it come out?
I don't know. Long time ago, it feels like.
Hold on. It's a blue card, we said?
Yeah.
There's some cards that haven't been sorted into it for some reason.
Some reason, huh?
Like there were packs that were not fully integrated.
Whoever's collection that is, I guess, would be responsible for that, huh?
Yeah. It was a complicated time.
It was busy in the pandemic, wasn't it? Definitely didn't have time to sort cards.
No.
Not at all. That was not what we had time for, was it?
I mean, we were busy.
We're busy.
Nope.
You guys were busy.
I just want to make sure, because if it's from like Innsmouth particularly, but that's an old card, right? Steadfast.
I think Steadfast is pretty old. I think it's
Jason
like
says new board order apparently got the shipping notification. You guys are on it. Yeah, the option
Great.
over there is pumping.
Circle and done.
Hold on. Blue. Let's make sure.
Okay, that's all done. So now we are currently at 20 cards. We've got 10 fun slots to play with here.
What does Steadfast look like?
You know, it's got the...
Can you click on it in your little app?
Yeah. Steadfast. Coming at you. Guardian. Steadfast. Looks like this.
Oh, I know that card.
Yeah, this one.
It's got the...
This has got the gun and the flashlight. Steadfast. If I keep saying steadfast, is it going to help?
I need to build my deck.
I thought you already built it. Honestly.
I had a pile of like 35 cards, but I got to make some decisions based on my experience track.
All right, Live and Learn is in because we're playing Survivor. It's the one rule we have. Resourceful, Do we need... No, we don't need that. It's not necessary. Maybe later.
You don't have more of those hidden decks somewhere, do you?
No, I really don't this time. If you can believe it. Unexpected Courage is so boring that I probably won't run it.
That's unexpected.
It's very expected at this point. It's Expected Courage. Track shoes? That seems fun. I mean, track shoes are just crazy good, and I can keep up with Ursula with track shoes, so I'm going to run those. I'm going to put them up in my main engine suite. Boom. Those track shoes.
Whoa.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, as somebody who's not going to have any money, I'm going to run emergency cash, and I feel like I need one other burst money card.
Put that at the bottom of the purple stack.
Yeah. Totem? Is Totem in? No. You don't need Totem. When you can have a cherished keepsake. We've all seen Totem before, right? We've all seen Totem. It's Totem.
A totem.
You know, you get the extra cards and yada yada. Emergency cash?
Yeah, those are right here. Regular variety.
Any other big money cards? Any other immediate gain money cards that I'm missing?
There's that. You can look through here to find Steadfast. I tried.
If you didn't find it, I'm not gonna find it.
It's got to be in here, or in some stack somewhere.
Technically, that's true. I was running it in a recent deck.
It wasn't Mary?
It was not Mary. I don't think so. I will run Take Heart. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Let's get
Oh,
our
no. Or
going.
should I run Look What I Found? These are all the best cards. I'm going to put Lucky in here, too. And we're going to cut. We're going to make cuts. Items. We're going to have a lot of items. I kind of like Predestined, honestly. I'm just gonna make some weird. I'm gonna add some weird stuff here.
Hand, amulet, necklace.
And him is Parappa the Rapper over here.
I do like Parappa the Rapper. These go in the side. This is a hand. Allies.
I was running baseball bat for a while. I love baseball bat. Okay. Definitely feel like I need more cards. Card draw cards. But doesn't everyone always feel like that? You can always draw real cards, you know? I hardly have an engine like you do set up. Marcus, I think I'm going to be fine with the compass instead of the old key ring. Don't need that one. Eureka, yes, Werner, that's exactly what I need. Can I take this from you? Thanks.
You can.
You have 4 of these?
I think so.
Do you want me to find more? You were hot and cold on this card when you were talking about it earlier. You said, yeah, Eureka, maybe.
Well, take it for now.
I do have Eureka. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. That was the missing ingredient, wasn't it? Okay. Here we are. I like everything I see here.
I think I'm going to do this whole thing.
What are you doing? I like the backpack. I appreciate that.
Well, I need to see this crystallizer as quickly as possible. You know what I mean?
I do.
I think I might run 1 Chthonian stone.
Yeah, you only need 1. Yeah. I think that's right. I think it's fine.
This doesn't count. Don't count.
You didn't feed the mind, huh?
Maybe.
Is your stat big enough? I think you need a 5.
But I have a 4 that I'm going to give lots of ways to get +1.
Ah, so you played Secret before, huh?
Yeah. I have, yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
While you're thinking about this, all right, chat, let's finish this up. Top line is our more permanent cards. We want all of these on the table. I want to put my shoes on. I want to have the teddy bear. I want to have LeBlanche around. I want Dark Horse in play. I want to run the compass and the fire axe in both my hands. Hand slots, ally slot, necklace. Done. Next line is going to be anything that generates money. And for a fire axe build, I want to imburse. So I'm going to run the 2 emergency caches and the 2 Eurekas for card draw. Now, if I'm really thinking, I may want to also run take heart. I could run the backpack, guys.
Is it?
I've got the shoes now too.
You take my yellow cards?
No.
Looks like you have my yellow cards.
What yellow card?
The stack of yellow cards over there.
Oh yeah, I did. Always saying it. Lead with no. I feel like you need one more card draw card here. Is it gonna have to be take heart? Yeah, Rainbow over here. I don't think you need extra money in Silas. If all your assets come to 10ish, you'll earn that from upkeep. The thing about Silas that you'll find is like, so let's say I'm playing and I get my fire axe up and we have early enemies and I drain myself to 0 using the fire axe. Next turn I draw the compass for 3, or I draw Dark Horse for 3, or I draw the track shoes for 3. That's when I want to be able to take a turn that's emergency cache, play the compass, and then move forward, rather than waiting 3 turns before I can play the cards that I draw. So I want some burst economy in this, and you hold cash until you absolutely need it and stay on 0 money the whole time. That's ultimately the play. Daring. Yes, daring is card draw. Thank you. That actually makes me think that I might be okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's go daring. Perfect. That was one that I was forgetting about.
Is there an upgraded Milan or Ellie Horowitz?
I don't think there's an upgraded Ellie.
Okay.
I don't think there's upgraded Milan would do what? Just like play it and win?
Probably.
All right, let's put the take heart up here. Let's just look at it, you know? So now we've got 5 more slots. This is where we want to bring in interesting skills. So I know that Fearless is not the right call. I think you wait and bring in Fearless level 2 if you bring it in at all. But I'm going to play it because I love the way it looks. And then we've got Defiance, which is another one that similarly you should probably just wait for the level 2. But I'm going to play it because I like it. Quick thinking is necessary. Inquiring Mind. Beautiful pumps there. And then the other, what's the other 3? There was another 3. Oh, Daring is there. Inquiring Mind is here. That 5th slot. What's the 5th slot here, chat?
Is accessory slot the necklace?
Yeah. Yeah. Kakit Rainbow, yeah. So we usually do look at the experience cards and build like a level 30 deck or a 30 experience deck before we dive in here. We just don't have the time to do that. So we're just going to be kind of, we might after this one, when we have some time, if we need to make some swaps to have it all make sense, we might go ahead and do that. Perseverance, says Ross. Perseverance. Not without a fight. That's a good suggestion. Can I run not without a fight? That's a survivor card. Guess we'll see. And sometimes on mobile, this is just not good though. That thing pops up and you're like, how do I get this to close?
Who knows?
You know, I just don't know. Survivor, neutral. Yep, survivor card, there it is. Not without a fight. Well, I don't plan on being a lot of enemies engaged with me. That's a good card, though. That is a really good card. Man, you got, yeah, all good suggestions.
Cat helping you out here.
Live and learn probably is where I'm at here.
I'm not done looking for steadfast yet. I will get to that.
You're still looking for it?
I haven't looked. I stopped looking, but I'm going to continue looking. If you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, I pieced that one together. All right, let's get Not Without a Fight here in here. That'll be our potential ad. Or do we just run 2 backpacks? Just call it a day. What can I search? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards with backpack? That hits, man. That hits. I'm running backpack, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's a backpack day.
Let's run a backpack.
We got our backpacks. We're going to school.
Why don't we do our backpacks? I'll run backpack over take heart.
That's Jenny saying the best roll ever. Zach finally finds steadfast. Yet Steven chooses not to take it.
If you do find it, I will definitely put it on the list.
I will find it.
Now without a fight here, we've got live and learn here. These are our options. Because then I can play the backpack, go get the cash, play the cash, play the compass. Beautiful turn. Ooh, I need one more level 0 defiance too. I guess I'd try to find that. I can't play Look What I Found, unfortunately. I just don't think I'll have the cash. Unexpected Courage is literally just too boring for me. But everyone making a strong case for steadfast, and I'm with that. I feel that. All right, defiance. Where's defiance? I will. Anytime you give me the option to take the purple cards, I will take all of them. All possible purple cards.
Yeah, it's good.
I just love the idea of like mystical stuff, right? Isn't that so much of the cool stuff?
The upgraded Chthonian stone is gross.
Isn't it good? Does it make you want to play it?
It's so good. Exceptional, you can only run one of.
Yeah.
Fine by me.
Only needed one anyway. Did you? No. I thought St. Hubert's Key was a relic. But it's not. So that's why you didn't look at it.
Yeah, here we go. I'm building up my upgrade path real quick.
Already? Man, crazy. I haven't even gotten that far. I'm not going to do that before we start. Silas doesn't do that. Silas plays it cool. All right, Defiance. Where are you? Who is that? There it is. Knew it would be right where it belonged. These are actually organized. You must have inherited these.
Well, I organized it all at some point, and then I don't think we've played that stack since then. You know what I mean?
I do. All right, done. Defiance is in. We've got Now Without a Fight, fighting for a slot with Live and Learn, fighting for a slot with Steadfast. Who will win? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. You guys really into newspaper, huh? The problem with newspaper, it doesn't say Mariner's Compass on it, which is cool. It's way cooler than a newspaper. I would much rather have a compass than read the news. And I think that's important. Resourceful. What does that one do? Is that where you go get something if you succeed? Yeah.
How good are you going to be at fighting for me?
Yeah, I'm going to be such a good fighter.
I think I've decided to start with 2 Dr. Ellie Horowitz. And then the upgraded Witten Green only costs 2. And they have very similar effects for me. So I'm going to upgrade into 1 Dr. Ellie, 1 Witten.
Oh, cool.
So that
That's a classic Zach Bunn right there.
They both function similarly.
I would never dream of doing such a thing.
But it also means if I draw both copies, I can actually play them both.
All
Because I'll charisma up at some point.
Well, can't argue with it.
Fine, right?
It's fine.
Definitely run the backpacks.
Now, the thing about me fighting is I won't be that good at it. So just keep that in mind.
At first or ever?
Maybe ever, man. I don't know. You know, find out.
What are you good at? No offense.
Sailing.
Okay, having a good time.
I've got a compass. So if you need to know
all my worries are quelled. He's got a compass, ladies and gentlemen.
If you need to know where true north is, I can get you back on that.
Well, I'm gonna be one heck of a cluer.
Good.
Is there a better thing than fingerprint kit?
No, not really. Magnifying glass isn't better, but maybe. Depends on if you have money or not.
I'll have money.
Okay. I will be going into like brute force, sharp vision. But really, that's great, Nicole. I'm glad to hear this. I'm extremely excited for the Innsmouth board. I love the texture feel of the Forgotten Age and excited for this one to arrive as always. Thanks for exciting products. Wonderful, Nicole. Hey, thanks. Hope it lets you enjoy Innsmouth even more. Yeah, I mean, level 0, Defiance is not great, but I love it. I like the look of it. I like that it's purple. And I like it at level 2, which is good.
When we draw our standard card for the turn, is that during our turn? Or is that during a Mythos phase?
It's during the end of the round. It's like, it's not during the Mythos phase. Does that help?
It does help.
Okay. We've got a showdown. What's up, Turk? Resourceful. Live and learn. Or Not Without a Fight. Is it Live and Learn? Is it?
Good question.
I think it's Not Without a Fight.
Is it crazy for me not to be playing deduction?
I mean, I'm ready to play some jazz, man. We've played a lot of good decks, you know what I mean? So let's play some jazz.
We saw that worked out in Champions.
You know what, Joshua? Joshua's so right
I'm
here.
doing it. Get him out of here.
One of each, Zach.
Ah, yes.
Boom.
You know I love to see it.
Boom.
This is why I'm here. Those kind of plays.
Boom. Okay. Defiance, one resourceful, etc., etc. Cool. Everyone says it is crazy you're not using deduction, which is, they are correct.
Well, I'm about to prove everyone wrong. I'm sure of it.
You can win and it still be crazy.
That's the goal.
Not exactly the point I was trying to make, but glad you picked it up anyway. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some games.
These are all basic weaknesses. Let me just make sure these are all basic.
Okay, and then sleeves, am I following my own arrow on that? Did you just de-sleeve Mary?
I de-sleeved everything.
Is this for me?
There should be, I have more sitting here.
What's up, Jan, I think? That sounds cool. Weakness drafting. Draw 3, ban 1, get a random. That's fun. Draw 3 of them, ban 1, and then randomly get one of the other 2. I like that. You want to do that?
Yeah, sure. That way
Our
you
decks
can
are not
get kleptomania.
Our decks are not good enough to not do that.
I'm over here not playing deduction, which I low-key love, honestly. All right. You done with these?
I'm done with everything. It's all done. I'm just happy to be playing my boy Silas.
Hand me a stack.
Stack of what?
All a single color. Any color.
Okay, here's all of them except for whatever I might have in a weird stack
And
somewhere.
you're like short stack.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Here's survivors. And then there's a weird stack here. Let's put these in the survivor stack there. And then these are neutral, but really survivor.
All right.
Here's your guardian. Bada bing, bada boom. Sail away, me hearty. Call of the sea is strong. Boom, ding, ding, boom, ding, ding, boom, ding, ding, boom, ding, ding.
All this build up so that we can eventually do the campaign setup.
Let's set up that campaign.
All right, I'm gonna shuffle all these basic weaknesses that we have.
You. You got more sleeves?
Yeah, how many?
You said? Well, I probably need about 8.
That's fine.
I'm gonna put Silas in a blue sleeve, of course.
Yeah.
Like the sea. Okay, done. I think I'm gonna cut 1 copy of track shoes. Or is it good enough to run more than 1 of?
Gotta keep up with
Yeah.
Speedy McGee over
I
here.
want to see how they play.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do you 3 randomly. First one, reckless. Second one, nihilism.
Ooh, I like nihilism as an idea.
Third one, haunted. I'll let you ban.
Oh, nihilism's like pillow hands there. That's not bad at all. How often do you see a tentacle?
Well, how often do you cancel it?
It doesn't even matter. It's like the only time it matters is when you draw a tentacle for a damage and a horror.
But it does make worser. Haunted, -1 to all your skills.
I don't like that at all.
Reckless, commit only to a skill test you're performing that has no other cards committed to it. If it fails, return this to your hand. If it's in your hand at the end of your turn, you lose 2 resources. That's actually really good for you.
No, it's horrible for Silas.
No, dude, you don't want money. You spend all your money every round.
Yeah, it's true, but I also want to commit. Okay, wait a minute.
It's only bad if you sit on money.
Yeah. So this is, I'm gonna ban this because it just doesn't give me any downside, really.
Okay, fine.
I'm that kind of person.
Kaku says, nihilism is a very chill weakness. Doesn't care about much.
Yeah, must be exhausting, right? All right, here we go.
Don't look, pick one for you.
Oh, wait, I looked. Sorry,
Of
it's
course.
nihilism.
Pick the easy thing. Give me the hard thing. I see. Cool. It's going to be one of those situations.
Yeah, we always knew that, didn't we?
Okay, also check this out. Friend of the show, Tim from Virginia, sent us this really awesome chaos
Wow,
bag.
that's really nice.
It's feel it though. Feel it. It's like,
Thank you, Tim. Hey, this is way
This
nicer.
is like a very proper,
Wow.
nice chaos
I
bag.
can finally do sock puppets.
You know what? Lifelong dream.
Whoa.
Realized. Okay.
Don't pull that down.
Hey, do you have one of the green boards?
Yeah.
Also, better yet, do we have
I mean, I don't know if I do.
tokens themed after Innsmouth?
Let's find out, shall we?
Well, that's in the bag.
Here's
We had a green board forever.
one of these.
Do I just own a green board?
Yeah, there's Innsmouth.
Hold on.
The fishies.
Let me see if I own
It's
a
the
green
fishes. They look like fishes and also like eyes and also like clock faces. It's one of the more beautiful illusionary with an A things that we've done. Yeah, so I've only got 5 of those. So you use your imagination on more Doom tokens, right? Use your imagination, PBS Kids and you.
I thought I owned a green board.
Dude, you may have owned any number of things in the past. You always try to offload your responsibility, you know? I don't know what you own. What do you own?
I don't know anymore.
Would you like a double? Let's do a double Innsmouth.
Do we have
campaign.
2 of those?
We do.
Perfect.
This is a prototype, and then I've got a master copy.
A real deal. Okay, I'm gonna start reading some things. In the deep, they thrive. It was a town of wide extent and dense construction, yet one with a portentous dearth of visible life. Lovecraft likes using words that aren't normal.
Yeah,
The
it's one of his things, man.
The Innsmouth Conspiracy is a campaign for the Arkham Horror, the card game for 1 to 4 players. The Innsmouth Conspiracy Deluxe expansion contains 2 scenarios: the Pit of Despair and the Vanishing of Alina Harper. These can be played on their own or combined with the 6 Mythos packs in the Innsmouth Conspiracy cycle. Good luck finding them. To form a large 8-part campaign. Additional rules: we got keys with different colors. That's all fine. Flood tokens. Partially flooded, fully flooded. Let me show you these real quick.
I think we were supposed to make those at some point. Somebody said that.
Yeah, people ask a lot. So you see these key tokens here? They have this nice thing on them. And then when you flip them over, they're different colors.
Yeah. It's like back in playing Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah, and then these are the flood tokens. This is partially flooded. This is fully flooded, the darker version.
We should make these.
A location with no token is unflooded. If a location becomes partially flooded, place a flood token on it with the partially flooded side face up. Fully flooded, guess what?
I'm going to flip that token over.
Actually, yes. If a location's flood level is increased, it changes from unflooded to partially flooded, or from partially flooded to fully flooded. If a location's flood level is decreased, it changes from fully to partially, or from partially to un.
It's like playing that firefighting game.
For the purposes of card effects, both partially flooded and fully flooded locations are considered to be flooded.
Okay. If it's either flooded or it's not, and it can be partial or full.
Bless and curse tokens, we're familiar with those. Expansion icons. Scenario 1, Pit of Despair. You ready for this? You want to butter me?
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's
I can. I
complicated.
just want to make sure I didn't have the boom still in there. It should be full butter.
Scenario 1, The Pit of Despair. Your eyes flutter open with the languor of one who has slept for days on end. Your senses are in no hurry to return. You blink and struggle to see through the inky black surrounding you. Every inch of you aches with dull, throbbing pain. Your skin is cold and numb, and your clothes are waterlogged. Your mind swims with half-articulated thoughts and tangled memories.
Oh, hold on, that's really loud. There we go. Yeah, sorry, that was for the boom. Yeah, you guys just got blown out. Go ahead.
You have no idea where you are or how you got here. You snap to attention, heart racing in your chest. You lie on a jagged stone floor in a shallow pool of dark, ice-cold water. Knowing panic will only make the situation worse, you take a series of deep, meditative breaths. You try to remember something, anything, that might allow you to retrace your steps, but your mind is blank. You remember who you are, but nothing whatsoever from the recent past. You study yourself and examine your surroundings. The chamber appears to be a natural cave formation.
What was that?
I don't know. It just came out that way. Natural. So then I repeated it to make fun of myself.
You are small town after all, you know. We all grew up in Chelsea.
I'll
didn't we?
be. Man, some fun things I want to say I'm not going to. Kelp dangles from the ceiling. The stone walls and floors are wet and slimy. A rhythmic drip. The light in there went off and it scared me. Drip echoes throughout the otherwise silent cave. This cavern has been underwater and not too long ago. A result of the tides, perhaps? You swallow your fear like a lump of cold iron. If it is low tide now, a cold shudder ripples up your spine. You examine the ceiling and are surprised to see a slab of metal set into the rough stone overhead. Its polished surface is alien to the rest of the natural cavern. You call out for help, hoping somebody can hear you. Your dread deepens at the reply, an awful croaking and gurgling that permeates the tunnels, a sound no human could make. Scenario setup.
Oh, really? The old tunnel gurgle. See you later.
All right. Scenario setup. Gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. This icon and the oogly boogly icon.
Yeah, that's a cool one, right? It's like a little Sahuagin.
So it's the Pit of Despair icon. I'm going to gather all those cards. Vanishing, don't need you. You're for later. Then, let's see. That's one of them. Don't need the gears yet. Don't need the double sun and moon yet.
Let me do something productive here.
Thank you. Here's more of this icon. Don't need that yet.
Woo, those look so good. Look at that. Too. It's just like,
Come on.
nobody thought about this.
Don't need that yet. The extra cards here. Don't need that yet. There's the oogly booglies. They're creepy fishers. Need this one.
You ever seen a Sahuagin?
Nope. Don't know what that is.
About 5 pounds?
Nope.
It's so funny. I'm gonna look one up. I just remember it from, I think, from the Monsters Manual back in the D&D days.
All right, so there's that, and then that. And then we need a cave-looking thing. And I've seen these other ones in the core set stuff, so let's go digging.
Yeah, here you go. Sahuagin.
Need rats.
It's from the Forgotten Realms. D&D Beyond. What is D&D Beyond? Beyond what? I want to see the picture from the old Monsters Manual that I remember.
I remember you telling me about the Beholder.
I'm old-fashioned. Ah, this is one of the ones I remember. Look at that.
Okay.
Is that Ditter Lizzie? Jonathan would know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it says TD right there on the bottom. This is the artist that Jonathan met at Gen Con that inspired like his entire life.
Wow. That was a profound moment. Is that the one we stayed late for him to see?
Uh-huh. You guys see this? You got Sahuagin.
I don't remember everything, but I remember that fact.
Yeah.
But if it was that profound, I just didn't recognize it at the time.
It was super profound. Man, that art brings back so much memories. So much of that Tony DeLizzi art in the old D&D stuff is so good. That's frustratingly good to look at it again and be like, why? I can't even identify why it's so good.
It just is.
Yeah, it just is that good. Wow. Well, he has Jonathan has a good taste, at least.
That's a good sign. Okay. This icon, let's just make sure it's not in this stack.
You still looking for
I'm
things?
looking for this icon right here.
What do we need?
One.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Have
I've
you
never
seen
seen
that
that
before?
before. That's got to be Innsmouth, man.
It's not in this stack of cards. It can't be Innsmouth. Does anyone know? It looks like a cave with water.
You're saying that's not Innsmouth? That other Cave of Water set?
Anyone know where that's from?
It's in here, man. It's got to be.
It's called
Here it is.
Flooded Caverns. Where was that at?
It's on the locations here. It's right there, face down.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thanks. I'm glad you finally said that. Anything else that you need here?
Only because you're immediately useful to me. That's why I'm glad you're here.
And then Agenda 1A, yeah, here's everything.
So the locations in this scenario aren't scenario specific. That's where they got me.
Oh,
They're
right.
always-
Yeah, they have a little. So we're gonna use these later in the campaign.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
More. It's just caves. More caves.
Baby,
We're not
come
gonna be
back.
in caves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Note the encounter set icon for the title set location appears only on the location's revealed side. That's why I missed them.
Yeah. So they told us if you keep reading, a lot of times Arkham will solve our problems.
Yeah.
That's why. But you want to follow the direction.
Place each key as follows.
Wait a minute. Are we supposed to have set up the thing?
No, that hasn't said that yet.
Okay.
I'm just reading the rules.
All right. Let's place each key.
Set the green and blue key sides face up.
Green and blue key sides are face up. Okay.
Set the red, yellow, and purple keys aside, face down.
Red, yellow, purple.
Shuffle them so you know which is which. Remove the black and white keys from the game. They are not going to be used in this scenario.
Do you want to cut?
Got them.
Black and what? Gray?
Yellow, black and white get set aside. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You with me still?
Yeah.
Put the unfamiliar chamber location into play.
What if it's familiar to me? How about here? Unfamiliar chamber goes where?
Into play.
Okay. These are all familiar. No unfamiliar chamber there. There's some tunnels.
This looks like the right stack. There it is.
Yep. Okay.
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 Okay. Each investigator begins play at the unfamiliar chamber. So we're going to start there.
Okay. Look at us.
Find each
we
of the-
look like we're ready for some action here. This is a dream team.
I felt like she fit with him. She could hang
Yeah.
with the insanity that is Silas.
Maybe they'll fall in love
Oh my god.
over the course of the campaign.
Find each of the following locations and set them aside out of play. Idle chamber.
Okay. Just an
Altar to Dagon.
Yeah.
And sealed exit. Those go out of play.
Okay. Out.
Shuffle the remainder of the title tunnel locations and randomly put 3 of them into play. Left below, to the left and to the right of the unfamiliar chamber.
3 of them randomly.
But there's these 2 as well. I assume all of those get mixed in.
I believe it. Oh, I wonder if there's like 5 generic tidal tunnels, and then every scenario that is underground adds a few extras to make it feel like that scenario, There's like always the base caves, and then there's the special caves based
Someone
on
saying the
scenario.
map ultimately builds down, not up.
Okay, no. So 3?
3 under randomly.
Ooh, cool. I love it already. The rest is good here.
Okay, I'm hoping this is correct, yeah. Shuffle the remainder of the, put them left. Set the rest of the title tunnel locations aside out of play.
Okay.
Set each of the following cards aside out of play. The amalgam, here.
Okay, so we just gotta find this.
Both copies of the Blind Sense Treachery. I think they're all in this stack. And 3 copies of From the Depths. They're all right here in this stack.
Okay.
There's
Done.
this.
Wait, wrong setup. Left, right, and below. Okay, right. Left, right, below. There we go.
Got it.
Make a cross.
Those go out of play.
Okay.
Add the flood tokens to the token pool. Done.
I
There's
didn't
two.
even see him right here.
Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards to build the encounter deck. Do you have encounter cards over there?
Oh,
What's in your hand?
Yeah. Well, these are all our locations. Surely these don't go in, do they?
Why? We don't need these yet, right? Those are the different icons.
Well, oh, is this? Oh, is this the next act and stuff?
That is from, I think, the next scenario.
Oh yeah, because
Where-
we're in a box,
where,
not a.
where did you get this?
I don't know. I think that's where your little tunnels were. They were in this stack. The cave icon was in there. So we don't need these. Those are gone. That's an
Okay,
icon
let
we don't
me-
even need.
Sort these correctly. Okay.
And then the vanishing of Elena, what have yous, that goes with her with that
Yep.
set.
Okay. That's the next thing. So that's fine. So then the rest of these cards form the encounter deck.
It's good.
And these are Get to these in a minute. These shuffle up.
What are these keys doing? Where do these go somewhere? They just sit here?
It hasn't told us yet, but I'm sure it will.
I guess we'll
tell
keep
us.
reading.
Now, did we do the title tunnel thing right? Let me just reread this real quick.
Does it give you a diagram on the next page or something? Always does.
Yeah, I mean, it shows it like that, but I just want to make sure because there's the weird, it creeps me out that some of those titles had the right icon and some didn't. You know, I don't think we're supposed to know which ones are.
I know, but they're all in the icons in the set. No, so here's what I think is happening. So there are 5 in the cave set. So 5 title tunnels in the cave. And I think future scenarios are always going to introduce their own title tunnels, but there'll be a different icon so that it's not always just the same cave experience.
Gotcha.
It's always an interesting cave experience, you know?
Okay.
Maybe missing bodies or bodies.
And before we continue on, we do need to build the chaos bag. I'm going to dump these out.
New bag, new bag. Oh, wow. Sister Mary must have been in that one.
Yeah, which I think we'll need those during this campaign. So I'm going to pass all these over to you.
This one's open. What is this?
It's just garbage. Okay, so standard, we need a -4. Did it. We need 2 skulls. There's 1, 2. Okay. We need 2 hoods. Here's 1. Let me grab our other chaos bag. Because we had 2 of these.
Chaos bags for my chaos bags.
Let's see.
I
2
got hot
hoods,
sauce in my bag. Swag.
2
See
tablets.
it? I want it.
Here's these. 2 tablets.
Work hard.
2
I
gas
want
masks.
I hate us. Albino alligators.
A star, a tentacle.
Cuervo, no chasers. Go hard.
A +1. 2 zeros. -1s times 3.
Astley.
-2, -2. -3. We already got the -4 in there. Okay, great.
That's the auxiliary bag.
This is the leftovers.
And this needs to go in here.
Yep.
Do we need to get our math down?
We can do that before we load them up. Because this is the Pit of Despair card. So it's a -1 or a -2 if your location is partially flooded, -3 if it's fully flooded.
Okay.
So the skulls get progressively harder. I think it's 2 of most things.
Sounds like 2 is going to be the pocket here.
So this starts at a -1,
Yeah.
but then scales up if you're in a difficult location.
So you don't get flooded.
The hood is a -2. If you fail and your location is flooded, take a damage. The tablet is a -2.
Oh man, 2 is the safest test in Cast
If
of the
you
Rock.
fail and you control a key, take a horror. This is a -3.
Mm-hmm.
If you fail and the amalgam is in the depths, put it in play, engage with you. That's obviously a -4.
hashtag
and that's
hint.
an auto fail.
So
2 is really safe.
clean. 3 is safe. 4 is just you really care.
Yeah.
And then nothing we do about the tentacle.
Yeah.
And you can take a test at -1 if you're not in a flooded place.
Yep.
9 out of 20. So that's about 50% at -1 up.
Yeah.
Not bad.
If it's like a non-critical test and you're not in a bad place. Tidal tunnels. Locations with unrevealed tidal tunnel sides exist in multiple encounter sets. For example, in this scenario, both the Flooded Caverns encounter set and the Pit of Despair encounter set. Because these locations can come from multiple different encounter sets, they have no encounter set icon on their unrevealed side.
Right on.
To see which encounter set a tidal tunnel location belongs to, check its revealed side. The depths. Some cards in the scenario refer to an area called the depth. The depths is an out-of-play area next to the act and agenda deck that the amalgam enemy can enter and leave via card effects.
Oh yeah?
While the amalgam is in the depth, it is out of play and cannot be affected by player cards or investigator actions. When the amalgam moves from play to the depth, remove all tokens from it except for key tokens.
Okay.
Key tokens are not removed from the amalgam when it enters the depths unless it was defeated by an investigator, in which case that investigator takes control of each of its keys. Keys. In this scenario, keys represent the following. Blue, an idol of a malformed aquatic creature.
Oh, cool. That's what I want.
Green, an emerald key with 4 prongs. Red, A piece of amber in the shape of a fish's heart that whispers something alien to you when you hold it.
Yes.
Yellow, a calcified piece of chitin in the shape of a tentacle. Purple, a jagged key of twisted marble and onyx. Location adjacency in the pit. During the scenario, locations are arranged in a set pattern with new locations from the title tunnel deck emerging below, to the left or to the right of the existing locations. Note the title tunnel deck does not exist at the beginning of the scenario. You'll be instructed when and how to create it at a later time during the scenario. During the scenario, adjacent locations are considered to be connected to one another. So these are connected, these are connected. A location that is put into play below or to the left or right of another location should be set next to the location in the indicated position,
It's one of those.
with no other locations between them. A location that is next to another location in this manner is considered adjacent. Locations are only adjacent orthogonally, left, right, above, or below. They are not adjacent diagonally. You cannot put a location into play where an existing location already is. If you're instructed to place a new location from the title tunnel deck in a spot that is already occupied by an existing location, the new location does not enter play. Note, during Act 2, more locations will be added below, to the left, and to the right of the locations shown here. You got it. Oh, boy.
More text? Do we need to read it?
Flashbacks. Throughout the Innsmouth Conspiracy Campaign, you will occasionally be instructed to read flashback sequences, such as the one below and on the next page. Each flashback contains a piece of your fractured memories. If you glimpse enough of those memories, perhaps you can cobble together a greater understanding of the events that led you to this point. Some flashbacks might also provide additional benefits in the form of additional experience or the removal of harmful symbols from the chaos bag.
Do you want me to read one?
I'm going to let you read this first.
You got a lot of reading in already. I
Yeah.
know you got an Invisalign, you know.
It does make it tough.
Okay. Whew. Boy. Games are hard work. Got a fresh campaign log. I'm gonna grab a pen. I'm just gonna get ready because I feel like we're gonna need a ability to do this. See my there it is. There's my pen. Didn't even need to get up. I prepared myself for victory.
Angela's saying don't read flashbacks until you're told to.
It says like the one below.
Flashback says do not read unless instructed.
Okay.
Got it. Do not read. Do not read. Does it say you're ready to play? Normally it does.
Innsmouth.
Do not read. Interlude. Okay. So throughout the game, we'll have some flashbacks.
Okay, good.
I think we're ready to play.
Are we ready? It doesn't say that. Silas. And then Ursula. Okay, and I will record. Let's do campaign notes.
I got it. So the thing I was just reading is just like setup stuff. But it said we were now ready to begin during the setup earlier, even though we weren't.
Campaign notes.
All right, we'll come back to that. Baby, come back.
Mama sin, mama son, mama susa, the mama sin, mama son, mama susa, the mama sin, mama son, mama.
Put this right here.
And we have these keys, and we don't know. They're just kind of.
We just know ish what they do, but we don't know.
We know there are
where.
keys.
We're gonna
and
read
they're
some
around
more
somewhere.
things. All right, Agenda 1A. Awakening. A salmon lays dead on the ground nearby. Its scaly flesh just starting to rot. You can tell from the kelp and the dripping wet walls that this cavern was underwater not long ago. How much time do you have before the high tide? Forced, when your turn begins, if you're not at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. If you are not at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air.
That's right, because it's like, it's rising.
When your turn ends, if you did not enter an unflooded or partially flooded location during your turn, take 5 direct damage. When you finish your turn, if you did not enter an unflooded or partially flooded
So we always have to come up for air, like in Mario.
You have to move to a partially flooded or unflooded location.
So if you start in a flooded place, you've got to get to a non-flooded place or you take 5 damage.
Yes.
Okay. You don't want to die. That's the key.
If you're at a fully flooded. I thought it said if you're not at. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, if you're at a flooded location and you end your turn anything but an unflooded or a partially flooded, you are suffocating, so you take 5 damage.
Or rather, put another way, maybe more accurately, if during your turn you did not enter a non-fully flooded location, you take 5 damage.
Yeah.
At some point in your turn, you had to have found an air moment.
Pocket, yeah. Act 1A, the pit. You have awakened in a waterlogged cavern. Your mind's robbed of its memories, and you are not alone. Whatever else lives in this cavern, it can't possibly be friendly. You have to get out of this place and back to civilization.
So
Three
we were
clues.
just hanging out in the fishery or whatever, and now we're in a cavern.
Yeah. Now it just says 3 clues per investigator. I assume that just auto happens when we have those clues. It doesn't say spend them or anything. Normally it says like
Normally it does say that.
spend
yeah.
whatever to advance.
I think we can always optionally spin clues as an act as a moment.
You have to spend it to advance though.
I think so. Chat will tell us. Chat will tell us. I've got a card in here that's in the wrong kind of sleeve, and I can tell.
Beyond a new campaign, first game out with a new deck is also always really interesting. There's an excitement to it.
Gotta find your feet as he plays track shoes. Man, these sleeves. These sleeves are gross.
Yeah, some of them are.
Yeah, but it's like, that means I'm gross.
No comment.
Standard, yeah, spin to advance, fast action, etc.
All right, we draw 5, right?
Yeah. Also, it's not like Mario at all. Mario could easily stay underwater forever. There were some of those games at Donkey Kong where you had to find the little breathing pockets or the bubble. You had to find the bubble and
You had to
get
go
that
up-
air.
up
You
for air.
start getting. Oh well, don't mind if we do here. Track shoes, take heart, nautical prowess. Love seeing that. Dreams of the Deep's gonna go set aside, and fearless. I don't think I need that one right now. These are the cards I want to draw later. I'll probably keep take heart and track shoes though. I like that. You can't get rid of nine. You can't get rid of nautical prowess.
So here's what I'm looking at. Interesting hand. I have the Chthonian Stone. That's not a bad place to start. Just seal this -3 from the get-go. But I have this Burning the Midnight Oil, which is a 0 cost investigate. When this action begins, gain 2 money. So I would normally keep Crack the Case. But I don't know how easy it's going to be to crack the case, and I already have more money than I need. Like, I'm staring at 7 money at this point, and I really want to find that crystallizer.
I want money.
Well,
I'm looking at 6 here, right off the bat.
surely you put money in your deck, right?
Oh, sure.
So I'm gonna pitch these 3.
All right, pitch on, man.
I'm digging. Working a hunch, not bad. And there's another Burning the Midnight Oil, and then I've got a plan. I did not see my crystallizer or my backpack.
At least you have a plan.
Yeah, I do have a plan.
Would you like to become famous?
Yes, please.
On Twitch?
Hang on.
All right, so I don't need fearless here. Do you keep take heart so you can pay for your compass and shoes? Or do you just pitch for 2 more? I mean,
This compass looks cool.
I know, that's why I'm playing it, right? So this is guaranteed 7 damage if I can take a test that I can fail. Which I surely would want to do. And Nautical Prowess is going to draw me a card. I think I'm going to keep it. Play the deck, right? Oh, another compass. So, waboom, or whatever it is.
Waboom, yeah.
It's not what we needed at all.
All right. Let's read this location. So this is the unfamiliar chamber. 3 branching tunnels open before you, each swathed in darkness. A foul odor like that of a decaying fish permeates the tunnels. 2 clues. 3 shroud. Forced after unfamiliar chamber is revealed, randomly choose one of the set-aside face-down keys and place it on unfamiliar chamber without looking at it. The face-down ones.
One of these tunnels?
Uh-huh. I think it goes here. No, one of the keys. Sorry.
Okay, there's a key there.
I don't know how we get it.
That seems good.
Nothing has told us how to get keys yet.
Surely there's rules in the setup, right? It probably has no clues on it. You can take an action to grab the key. Didn't say that in the thing?
I didn't read it.
Didn't say it anywhere. Angela's saying when all clues are gone, you
If a
get the key.
location with a key on it has no clues, an investigator may take control of each of the location's keys as a fast action.
Okay, cool. Easy.
All right. Who's first? Probably me, because I'm going to move. Well, maybe I won't move.
What's a shroud on this puppy?
3?
3? That's an easily failable test for me. I will take that.
What's the fail get you?
This take heart. Don't put take heart before the horse. All right, here, let me show you some magic. Can I start this off? I'm just going to play cards.
Go for it.
It's not flooded or anything, is it?
Nope.
All right, so
Read the rest.
let's see what Silas can do.
There's more what? When an investigator takes control of a key, they flip it face up and place it on their investigator. An investigator who controls one or more keys is eliminated. Place each of their keys on their location. As an action ability, an investigator may give any number of their keys to another investigator at the same location. Keys have no inherent game effect. Some card effects may allow an investigator to take control of keys. That seems about it.
We can pass them around, etc. All right, I'm going to show you how I used to play Silas, but I'm not sure that it works anymore. You know what? That's greedy. I'm not going to do that. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to declare and investigate.
Okay.
2 to a 3 shroud. And then I'm going to pull from the chaos bag.
What are we trying for here?
I'm trying to fail.
What's your ability?
So after I reveal a chaos token during a skill test I'm performing, I can return a skill committed to this test to your hand.
Okay.
So if I do succeed from a miracle, I'll put take heart back in my hand and I don't waste it. I failed very cleanly too. -1. So I'm going to fail. Take heart triggers. If I fail, get 2 money and 2 cards.
Now you should already have a pile of cash.
Yeah. So I'm going to go up to 7. Done.
Okay.
This goes back in. Okay, take heart is done. So now I've got 2 extra cards and, as I said, 2 extra cash. Then I will play a
You
Mariner's
didn't need my money.
Compass and track shoes.
That seems like a good start.
It's a great start. Glad you said so.
All right. So now it's up to me to get these clues off the board.
Well, I've got the compass and I'm low on money, so here we go.
I'm gonna do the old Netrunner trick and start by drawing a card.
I like that.
Draw a card. Okay.
Weakness.
Ah. Cryptic Writings. After I draw Cryptic Writings during my turn, I can play it as a fast action. Gain 2 resources.
How beautiful is it?
There's a lot of cards there's a couple cards that do that, and I'm also looking for a certain card, so I wanted to try first.
Just took an action to gain 2 money, basically.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pay 3 for a Chthonian Stone.
What are you sealing?
The tentacle. It's a -3, so it makes our safe.
Oh, the gas mask?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Right? Gas mask -3?
Yeah, sure.
Seems fine. Okay. Then I'm going to take and investigate at 4 to 3.
You want a card?
Yeah, you can bounce it if something goes wrong, right?
Nope.
I'm going to make it a 5 to 3. For good reason.
How about a 6 to 3?
Okay, great.
I don't need the compass, Is it? Wait, are you gonna get 2 clues for this?
No.
I'm not gonna waste my time. If you had deduction, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, it would be. But I don't. Got it. Thanks
Good
for
test.
playing.
All right.
Then I will try it again, and I'm just going to be ahead by 1.
Now I'll give you a +2 on that one. Sure. Let's go.
So I'm ahead by 2. Got it.
There you go.
And then one of us can take a fast action to get that key if we would like.
I want it.
Get it. What color is it?
Red.
Let me tell you what it is.
Okay.
Daryl, yes, I do have that card, Burn the Midnight Oil, in my deck.
Didn't you just play it?
I just played it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I pitched it. But
Dale,
yeah.
you just missed it. Your ears must have been burning. It's kind of a joke.
The red key
Made of ruby? A ruby...
A piece of amber in the shape of a fish's heart that whispers something alien to you when you hold it.
What do you think a fish's heart looks like? Probably pretty tiny, right?
Yeah.
Just a little amber nugget.
All right. End of turn. Seems like a pretty decent turn.
Yeah, I've never seen Ursula not move, so it's pretty cool.
Well, I wanted to clear that because you weren't going to have a good chance to do that.
Oh, come on. I got the compass. We covered
Ready
this.
for back cards?
Yeah.
First money.
Yeah, money and
card.
the stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Bad card. Memory of Oblivion.
Doom on.
Test for brain or book. If I reveal a tentacle or a gas mask during this test, I automatically fail. For each point you fail by choosing this card from your hand.
Well, luckily you pulled the tentacle.
So I'm a 4 to a 4. Well, that's interesting. If I fail, I'm gonna have to discard a lot of cards. So I think I'm gonna just get rid of a single card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't fail. Yeah. Working a hunch. Oh, well, you didn't need that.
I was probably gonna have to discard anyway if I didn't use it. I'm ahead by 2.
That's some good math. That's why you do it.
That is why we do it. Okay. And then it's your background.
Riptide. If your location is unflooded, Riptide gains surge. I'm not going to read the rest of it. I'm going to... Riptide again. Surge it up. That's good that we're doing that now. Rising tides increase the flood level of the nearest location.
Is that the one we're on?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
You mean you're the closest person to me.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, back to us.
Back in black.
Well, I think it's going to make sense for me to go because I'm going to move.
That's right. You move, you get to pre-investigate, you know,
right.
And then I can track shoes around.
Well, let's start here. I'm going to draw a card.
Yep.
Because I'm still looking. Okay.
Looking for that engine. Vroom.
Engine hasn't started yet.
Or that backpack.
Either one. I'm going to go south. Because the locations will probably come into play down here. So we'll just see what's happening. Tidal tunnel. The air is frigid here, and there's no sound but the faint plinking of water dripping onto the rough stone ground. You shudder and proceed onward. The fish graveyard. Ew. 2 shroud, 2 clues. Force after you end your turn at fish graveyard. If you do not control a key, take a horror. Well, bummer.
Oh my gosh, look at that text though. We just crushed it.
Fast action. If there are no clues on fish graveyard and you control the red key, inside a pile of half-rotten fish guts, you find a strange figurine the red key fits into perfectly. Read flashback 3 in the campaign guide.
How cool would it be, by the way, if you just woke up in a cave and then you found a key in an unfamiliar chamber and then you moved south and inside some weird fish body you found a statue that the key happened to fit in.
That seems fortunate.
That's very fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, good. The luck is with us. All right.
All right, so you get your free investigate.
And instead of 2 shroud, so I have to make some choices.
Or an investigate from hand. Let's not forget.
Oh, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to use a burning the midnight oil.
Oh,
Gain 2 money. I'm investigating.
That one goes out to Daryl Wilkinson.
That's right. I'm 2 ahead. I feel pretty okay with that. Don't you? I don't feel like I'm wasting a card on it.
Daniel, the play of Burning the Midnight Oil is for free, so that's why I didn't take an action. It says you can, when you draw it, you can play it immediately. Or whatever that card was that you could draw and play immediately. What was that card called?
Cryptic Writings?
Cryptic Writings, right on.
You know what? I might play this card. How many
Like skill?
How many -3s were there?
Not enough. Two.
I technically have this fast vantage point card. Play after I reveal location or enter a new one enters play. Till the end of my turn, it gets -1 shroud. But I don't think it's worth it. I'm ahead by 2, so it could put me up by 3. But I already removed a 3 from the bag.
Yeah, you gotta figure your math out there. Yeah.
All right, here we go. -3.
Okay, that's fine.
Drat. So that was free. I have 2 actions
Yeah,
left.
2 actions remaining.
So let's investigate again. The math is with us.
Oh yeah, playing the stone was an action. Yeah, you did the draw. You did draw, play stone, investigate last turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just take the stone back in your hand. I don't know.
That doesn't work. because I drew, played the stone, investigated, and then investigated so you could take a fact action to get the thing.
Yeah, get the key. We can't reverse that. So just take an action, your third action, play the stone. Call it good. Lose an action on this one, yeah.
All right. I succeeded on that one.
Good.
So
you're not going to come get that one.
And then I'm actually considering shortcutting out of there so I don't take a damage.
Yeah, what happens? Take a horror? If you don't control a key, which you don't.
I don't know if it's worth spending a shortcut, though.
No. It's really not.
All right, I'll just end my turn.
Yeah.
Take a horror.
Okay. I'm going to have to play this weird. Okay, first action, let's move to the first graveyard. Second action, let's exhaust the Mariner's Compass. Spin 1 to get +1. I don't need the double clue. And then we're going to be a 3 investigate on a 2, and we're going to commit Nautical Prowess, which is a great little card, and we can read it if we need to. It's going to give me +2, so that's going to be a 5 to a 2. That is a 1. So I'll drop this back into my hand, courtesy of Silas's ability. Don't need it.
That's so good.
Yep. Fast action. Boom.
Which flashback?
If there are no clues and you control the red key inside a pile of half-rotten fish guts, there is flashback 3.
I'll let you read it. Flashback 3.
Hey, take a look at this. Your employer shoves a strange figurine into your hands. It's hewn of emerald stone and looks vaguely aquatic. What does vaguely aquatic look like? Like, what's a vague pond?
It's a little bit fishy. I came to party today. You can't tell.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I always thought it was you have to reveal a chaos token with literally a negative modifier, not a symbol that also is a negative modifier. I swear I read that.
For what?
So it says the Nautical Prowess says if you reveal a chaos token with a negative modifier. So I had always ruled that as a -1, -2, -3, -4, not a if it's a symbol that happens to translate to a negative modifier. But if that's better, it's even better. So if anybody is for sure on the rules on that, let me know.
What up, Jason? Thank you.
We always ruled it the other way. So it has 2 unblinking eyes and a row of sharp teeth. A piece of heart-shaped amber is embedded in its center. What do you make of it? You reply that you've seen nothing quite like it before, but it does happen to match the descriptions you've heard of the devils that skulk about the reefs a couple of miles beyond the harbor. Something fishy's going on here, if you'll pardon my saying, the man mutters, folding his arms across his chest. Wait, that's just me. Folding my arms across my chest right there. I'm glad I roped you in on this case. It's looking less and less like mob work with each passing hour. You nod in agreement and hand the strange figurine back to the agent. Everything about this town feels foul to you. Let's stick together from here on out, your companion says, his voice darkening. In your campaign log under Memories Recovered, record a decision to stick together. Remove 1 tablet from the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign.
Oh, yes.
Well.
Hits just keep on coming.
All right, if that's even better. Wow, I didn't realize
tablet gone.
Symbols with negatives are negatives. Memories Recovered.
Seems fortunate.
Memories Recovered. I'm going to put...
It's amazing because I have 2 allies.
A decision to stick together.
2 backpacks. 6, 1, and 5. That's good odds. I have good odds of seeing my stuff.
I mean, it'll get there. I've done this with the gun before. You'll find it just when you need it.
Destiny.
Okay.
All right.
Done. And then I get to draw, moving backwards in Nautical Prowess. I do get to draw for that, so very cool. And I got my Nihilism.
Josh is requesting a token with your drawing of a fish on
Sure.
Okay.
And then lastly,
So you moved, investigated.
I can move back. Wait,
Yeah.
are they all connected to each other?
Only adjacent.
Orthogonal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
as we
the
said.
thing about it is, obviously, that got half flooded, right? So if you go back there and you hit that thing again, we might flood the...
Well, I don't want a horror.
You have a key.
I've got a key. There it is.
Plus, if I get an enemy, I need you.
All right, done.
Even though you don't look like too much of a fighter yet.
So I've got, you'd be surprised.
End of the round?
Thank you, Solar Jetman. The FAQ confirms it. That helps me.
Hey, these tokens, these Doom,
I know, they're phenomenal, are they not?
are maybe... That's so good.
Last action, here comes Cherished Keepsake.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a fishman with a teddy bear. You know what I mean?
I got a compass and a
He's got
teddy
a soft
bear,
side.
and I was
your
running to
track shoes.
400.
We're building this character. You can almost see
You
him.
feel it, right? It's just me.
All right, end of the round. Doom on.
Now draw a card, gain a money.
Oh yeah, I'm out of practice. Oh, cool. Call of the Unknown. Weakness. Put Call of the Unknown into play in your threat area. Okay. At the beginning of your turn, choose a location other than your location. When your turn ends, if you did not successfully investigate the chosen location this turn, take 2 horror and shuffle this into your deck.
Ah, I love it. Which one? This one? Or that one? Choose your favorite. I'm going to put this Ursula token on it that we made for
Look
this
right here.
specifically.
Liar. All right. Then bad cards, right?
Bad cards, let's go.
Deep 1 Assault. Disengage from each Deep 1 enemy at your location. Each Deep 1 enemy at your location and each connecting location engages you. If no enemies engage you from this effect, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Deep 1 enemy, spawn it, engage with you, and shuffle the encounter deck.
Hey, are you ready to evade?
I was built for it.
That's actually going to just put you at the moment. Oh man, this is crazy. So you have to do this at the start of each investigator phase. Until you can't anymore. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's how you want to play anyway. It'll make you play Ursula well, right?
Uh-huh. All right, which one
Uh-huh.
has the worst evade? Well, how ready are you to deal dish?
None.
damage?
I mean, I'm none ready. I have nothing I need. But I can definitely evade with a 5. But it's going to be engaged with you, so that's not
We're
very
gonna get a
helpful.
young Deep 1. Hunter, after it engages me, take a horror.
Okay. Gonna give me one of those bad cards, would you? So it seems like these are gonna have engagey effects. Dreams of Riley. I get -1 brain and -1 sanity. Test 3 brain. Succeed. Discard Dreams of Riley. That's gonna be here with me for a while. I've got the teddy bear for soaking.
All right.
Okay, so you can investigate a location that doesn't have clues, if that's relevant to you, if you just want to burn your ability. But I think you should go for the downtown Leroy Brown here.
Yeah.
Now I can engage, evade, and move to not worry about that.
Well, I can evade, move for free, get a free investigate. If I fail the first one, investigate again.
There you go. That's reasonable.
So let's try that.
I can give you a +1 on the evade too.
4, I'm ahead by 1. So I'm going to try to evade. I'm going to add 1.
You need this to work though, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you my track shoes.
Sure do.
My second pair of track shoes.
How many is that?
1 more. So you're up 3.
All right, here we go. +1.
Yeah.
Successfully evaded. Okay. Then my second action, we're going to move. My third action, I'm going to actually shortcut here. So I have 2 chances at this.
That's fine.
So shortcut for free. Reveal the location. We'll trigger Ursula to get the free investigate. 2 shroud, 2 clues. Action, move. Move from the underwater this is the underwater cavern. Move from the underwater cavern to any flooded cave.
Cool.
Forced after underwater cavern is revealed, it becomes fully flooded.
Uh-oh. That's fine. You can end there.
Yeah.
Just do a little
That's
swimming.
kind of cool, though.
Do a little swimming.
You know? Free investigate. I'm ahead by 2, and we will try this investigate.
What are you up by?
2.
Ooh, good shortcut.
All right, then we'll try and investigate. It's going rough.
You really built the board well, though, at least. You got all your assets out there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. Look at old 2 horror bun.
When
But
my
you-
turn ends, so I didn't, so I'll get 2 horror, and then this shuffles back into my deck.
Okay. To be drawn again and wasting more time. Good stuff. Good stuff. Love that.
I love this for you.
Okay. Well, it really got there, didn't it? Really got there. Wait, so my world is axe based. I need to find that axe. First action. We're going to move, and then we're going to trigger track shoes. After I move, exhaust, test 3 foot. If I succeed, move to a connecting location. Put nautical prowess in there.
Thanks, Y-Wing. And our sanity damage tokens look awesome.
Thank you. This bag's more intimate.
It's one way of describing it.
What's the tabby do?
-2.
All right, I'm up by 2. So that's good. It is a negative modifier, so I'll draw a card for nautical prowess. And then I will put it back in my hand. It's the signature of all signatures. And that will succeed me over to the tidal tunnel.
What'd you get?
Let's take a look. The tidal pool. +1 shroud while it's partially flooded, +2 while it's fully flooded. After tidal pool is revealed, randomly choose one of the set-aside face-down keys and place it on tidal pool without looking at it. Just call me the key man.
I always called you that.
Okay. 2 clues.
I ultimately have an answer for a big baddie at some point.
You got a plan?
Maybe.
Second action, I'm going to draw.
It's always a good thing to do second.
I'm playing with fire here. Thanks. It's a good joke, man. It's a good joke.
I'm telling you, I'm on point today.
I've got it. Okay, then I'm going to do something weird.
Tell me more.
I'm going to investigate here using the compass. I'm going to spend 2 money to get +2. Going to 4. So it's a 4 to 3.
I like the stuff you're stepping in.
Yeah. And then I'm going to play a Defiance as my skill card. And I'm going to choose, because I know that it's coming, the Cult Man, the Hood Man.
The hoods.
We're ignoring the hoods.
All right.
2 up.
Now, it is worth saying the tablet is a -2 if you fail. Is that possible to do both of those things? -2 and fail?
No.
Okay. Because that's one if you have a key, you take a horror. If you fail. Just for future reference.
Yeah, it is worth knowing. I'm currently 5 to 3. So there's no need to cancel the hood, is there?
Right.
Do we have how many gas masks are in here? You removed 1 like a boss.
There's 2. That's the one you
Oh,
can
okay, I'll choose the gas mask.
It's the one that could cost you the test.
Too bad I can't choose the tentacle.
Right?
-2.
Perfect.
2 clues thanks to the compass.
Get out of town,
Just
Leroy
call
Brown.
me Carrie Silas.
So is this optional? But because we have the clues now. Chat was disagreeing about this earlier, but I need to know.
We gotta take a fast action to do it.
Okay, so we're not going to do that yet.
You want me to? I'm gonna grab this key. It's purple.
All right, let me tell you what you found.
Yeah, tell me what.
You are the key man.
I'm the key man, doing everything over here.
Purple, a jagged key of twisted marble and onyx. You just remember that.
Marble and onyx.
Yeah.
2 of my favorites.
You have any actions left?
Nope.
All right. End around. Card of money.
Track shoes my way right into that title pool.
I love it. I have a full purse over here.
Card of money. Hey, we're just not. I'm not seeing. We're not seeing the things we want to see, are we?
I'm seeing the money. That's about it.
Got the money.
Pay him. All right, my bad card. Swarm of rats.
This is standing up. This stands up. This stands up.
This dirty dog.
I need to find that axe, man. My whole next turn is
And
that.
my axe.
All right, testing 3 book stat.
I can't punch these rats. I have a 1 fight.
No, you're gonna have to run.
I gotta
from
run
them.
from them.
Yeah, or I think I can come over there and dog them.
Okay,
Slap.
do that.
Yeah, because I can track shoes over
Yeah.
and then do the 1 slap.
Can I see that one more time?
You'll see it soon. You'll see
Do
it
one.
soon.
You have more than fancy fish do.
Yeah. Here, I'll let you be the Doom Man.
You're the key man. I'm the doom man.
All right, test 3 book. I have a 2 book. If I fail, I take 2 damage. I've got 9 health. What's 2 damage?
Dude, Silas is thick.
Yeah, he's tough, man. Look at
He
him.
ain't got the brain, but he got the beef.
And he's not very good at things being scary. He's got a 5 sanity.
Yeah.
Which you'd think he'd be kind of used to it on the boat and all. -1, so I do fail.
Or maybe he chose the boat life to get away from it all.
Yeah, maybe just a loner, kept to himself mostly. Funniest Simpsons joke ever, by the way.
What is?
It was an old bit.
I didn't get to watch much Simpsons.
I know. It's hard to explain how it was funny.
I understand. It's kind of like Space Ghost.
But basically, there was a guy, and there was something going on. I can remember there was a police report, and so Wiggum was asking, like, "Can you describe the guy?" And then Homer says he was a loner. He kept to himself mostly.
That was on a spoils card.
Really?
Sneaky Mansion.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot
No,
of
no,
sense.
it wasn't Sneaky Mansion. It was some creepy looking thing in like a mansion.
Kind of sarcophile.
And it was like, yeah, it was like,
Loner. Yeah.
he keeps himself mostly.
I think I remember that.
I had no idea what it was referencing, but I thought it was funny. All right, you're going to come deal with my problem?
Yeah. All right, first action. Move into the unfamiliar chamber, which is now all too familiar. And wait, should we advance? Because,
I'm not ready. We might. I'm not in a rush yet. I barely got going. I'm just getting.
I know you haven't even got to find it.
Like, in my ideal universe is these get taken care of. I grab a clue, move, draw some cards.
All right, I'm gonna trigger the boots. I'm gonna do the old Silas boot scooting boogie. 2 up currently. /3 up currently.
Nessian asking if we would ever sell the clue token separate from the original Doom. No intent on doing that yet, but sometimes around around the holidays we'll do a special. We did
Put it back.
clue token holiday tokens this past year, so you can just keep your eyes out for that if that's something you want.
I'm here. Okay. Second action, let's punch that rat.
All right, don't miss.
And I've got a 4 stat to its 1. I'm currently 3 ahead.
That's feeling pretty good.
Yep. Second action, punch the rat. Don't hit Zach.
That's right.
I've already used my abilities, so I'm not going to waste anything on this. -3 is fine.
All
It'll be
right.
fine.
Nuke the rats. Great.
Third action, I think I'm just going to go to the chamber. Unfamiliar one. I may have to get those clues, though.
If you can grab one clue, that'd be great.
I think grab both.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
If I don't have to waste my time on that, I'll just move and draw.
Yeah. Let's do that. It's going to be a...
Josh saying, I think nautical prowess is really so good in Silas.
Oh, you're drawing it. The first thing you do is it's like, well, I just get a free card every time. Yeah, you get 1. It's 1 signature.
Gangster.
All right, let's do the compass. 1 to give myself +1, so it's currently a 3 to a 2.
I'm telling you, though, if I ever draw the cards, Look at all this money.
You're gonna need like waste. You got a waste of a book in your hand.
I don't, unfortunately.
All right, I'm gonna do something I don't like at all.
Wish I did.
But I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna give myself a +1. 4 to 2. Now, if I draw a 0 or higher, I could take in another action, which would put me over in the unfamiliar chamber, which would be nice. But at least I'm up by 2. We said it was a fine test. Bada boom.
It was exceptionally fine.
Compass says, yeah.
Okay. Then you don't get a move, or you do.
I don't. I had to succeed by 2. I succeeded by 0.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to get out of this chamber so I don't suffocate. I'm going to draw and draw.
Okay.
End of round.
Start of the moment here.
All right. So then money and card?
Actually, hunters are going to hunt now.
Uh-oh.
You're going to be in a bad spot here.
It's not that bad.
So you're going to take a horror.
Yeah, and a damage, right?
And 2 horror and a damage. Because after it engages you, take a horror. We need to reconsider.
Yeah.
I don't think that's acceptable.
Well, I can't stay either.
Why don't you just move instead of drawing your last one there?
All right. And then I'll draw that on the turn.
Makes
then I can come
sense.
deal with this thing.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
And then draw a card, gain a money.
I already drew my
You
card.
drew your card, gain a money.
All right. Bad cards.
Right, you do them on?
Dumon, yeah. That's right. Then bad cards. Young Deep One. Take a horror. I'll take care of that one then.
Where's the axe? Ah, I need something to fight with.
This is for you.
Give me that card there. Macabre Memento. Test 3 brain. If you fail, or if you reveal a hood, take 2. Oh, I see how this one's going to be. Ugh. 2 horror. And I'm currently -1 and -1. Well, I'm going to play Take Heart. And then I'm going to draw. And I am going to fail. We know this. Failed well. So I'm going to take 2 horror.
Perfect.
I'm going to put 1 on the keepsake, 1 on the Silas. And then Take Heart is going to trigger because I failed. I'm going to get 2 cards and 2 resources.
The underwater cavern only lets you move to flooded locations, for what it's worth. That seemed productive.
Hey, Survivor's all about being productive when you're not.
When you're losing?
Yeah.
It's fine by me. Okay.
Okay, indeed.
So here's what I'm looking at. I have a 1-shot, 1-kill on this thing. So I'm thinking I try to see if I can do that.
You're gonna have a plan.
And if I do that, then we can advance and see what happens.
Okay.
Unless you think you can just go take that out for some reason and we want to clear that.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no,
can't
don't want
do
you to.
that. No, I've drawn enough cards
All
to
right.
have done it. I've got the harpoon and the axe, so we'll get there.
I've got a plan. I use my book instead of my fight. I deal +1 damage for each clue that I have up to +3. So it's doing 4 damage because I have 3 clues. I'm 4 to its 3. I'm gonna put in 2.
Oh man, wouldn't it be nice
So-
if you had that crystallizer?
It would be so nice.
Like the whole point.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm up by 3. I need to really pass this.
I mean, what if we advance and it floods the cavern and all the monsters go away?
That's unlikely, right?
I don't know.
They want the water.
They do seem like
Deep
they
water.
are into the water.
Seems watery for
Yeah,
them.
they probably don't go away, do they?
I don't need money, and I'm gonna put cracked case.
Man,
I'm up by 4.
This is
If
devastating.
I draw that
though.
-4,
It's devastating.
I can't miss.
Yeah, but there's also,
It's fine.
there are ways.
If it happens, it happens.
We don't talk about it. Oh, that looked so much like a
It was a
tentacle.
-3 though,
Yeah,
but that's fine. So I pass. This takes 4 damage. It's gone.
that was a good plan that you had. I say keep drawing, man.
Do you want to advance or not?
Well, I'm in a flooded location. I feel like if we advance in a flooded location, I might, lose some sanity or something.
It also might like put a new location out for you to go to.
That's true. Let's advance. See what happens.
You spend yours.
How many we need? 6?
6. So I'll spend 1.
Yeah.
Because I have
in case you have
cards that
another
only
plan.
have
Yeah.
clues. All right. Act 1B, recognition. You find a path that leads deeper into the strange cave system, but before you can follow to see where it leads, the sound of water sloshing behind you sets your heart racing. Nice. I could hear it. Like the when you turn to face the sound, what you see next nearly causes you to faint. It's an enormous
Fire axe?
hybrid of many faces and shapes. Some human, some aquatic. All of them misshapen and revolting. As the thing draws closer, you meet the frozen gaze of one of the faces upon its body, and you realize that you recognize it. Spawn the set aside, amalgam enemy, engage with the lead investigator.
That's me. Clearly, if we've watched the game so far. Amalgam. All right, this is me.
Shuffle each set aside copy of Blind Sense and From the Depths into the encounter deck along with the discard pile.
Blind Sense and From the Depths. All right, here we go. Back in. I'm glad you just killed the thing.
Shuffle each of the set aside title tunnel locations together to form the title deck, including the set aside altar to Dagon, idol chamber, and sealed exit locations. So the title deck. Put the locations from the top of the title deck into play below, to the left, and to the right of each revealed location. And then 1 under. So we gave you room to run.
Okay, so now we've got to redo this whole thing.
Read flashback 1 in the campaign guide.
What are these keys? Why are these here?
I think we're going to find out.
Dixonta? Okay. I'm not dead yet.
Read flashback 1 in the campaign guide. You ready?
I'm ready. You
Get
got a
comfortable.
flashback. Yeah.
You stand in a small office examining a worn photograph in a well-polished wood frame. In the photo, a squad of men in military uniform pose in front of a Bristol F-2 fighter plane. Several of the men wear tan British uniforms, but one sports the olive overcoat and khakis of an American soldier. His sleeves each bear a rectangular patch striped vertically with the captain's paired silver bars. At the bottom of the photograph in black ink, cursive handwriting reads, British 4th Army outside St. Quentin, 1918. The door to the office opens suddenly, startling you. You put the photograph down and turn to address the man entering. You identify him immediately by his dark brown skin, his strong jaw, and his broad shoulders. It's Thomas Dawson, the American from the photograph. Though he's aged a bit since his war days, and heavy bags hang under his eyes. One war ends, a new one begins, he says. Only this enemy is even harder to root out. You ask the man what a war hero is doing in the investigative business, and he chuckles softly in response. War hero? I don't know where you heard that from. I was just doing my duty. You shake your head, but don't argue further. You suspect that the squadron captain Dawson rescued would disagree as well. Sorry, reading. In any event, I suppose you're wondering why I summoned you here to Boston, he says, gesturing for you to take a seat in front of his desk. You sit and respond to his remark with affirmation, wondering aloud why a telephone call wouldn't have sufficed. This is a sensitive matter, he replies. A few days ago, I lost contact with one of my agents, a Miss Alina Harper. I had her investigating several strange reports I've received in the past few months, all concerned with a town called Innsmouth. Do you know the place? It's along the coast to the north of your town, Arkham, just by Ipswich.
Man, chapter 1, I am born on your memory here.
That's right.
You want to walk us through your young adolescence while you're at it?
You
here?
know the place. Though most have never heard of the shadowed, decrepit seaport. Those who do hear only ill rumors. From what you understand, the town used to be a lively port before the War of 1812, but it has since become dingy and run down. The only railway line that runs through the Innsmouth is abandoned, and there are no references to the town on any maps or in any guidebooks you've ever seen. Perhaps she's found something curious or has gone into hiding. I suspect foul play. It could be mob work, but I doubt it. I'm not sending any more agents until I know more for sure. However, I have some room in our discretionary budget to hire a third party, such as yourself. You assume Agent Dawson is dancing around the truth, which is that you're expendable. I know it isn't much to go on, but I need to know the status of Agent Harper. Even the bad news would be better than no news at this point. If you do me this favor, our agency will be in your debt. You ask which agency Dawson is referring to. A smirk tugs at his lips. When you snap back to the present, you still gaze at Agent Dawson's face. Only now his smirk is twisted in a haunting visage of agony. It's just one of the many faces that writhe in torment throughout this repulsive creature's scaly, pulsating flesh. In your campaign log, under Memories Recovered, record a meeting with Thomas Dawson.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, a couple orders of business. One, we need to fit this on the screen in a pleasing way. Number two, technically, since you were drawing encounter cards first, you are the lead investigator, which means you've got a baddie.
Let's go tighter.
Zoom and enhance. Zoom and enhance.
There it is.
There you go. All right, I like it.
All right. Act 2A. What the hell is this place, and why have you been trapped here? You have to find a way out, but more of your memories might be tucked away in the pit. After a location is revealed, put locations from the top of the title tunnel deck into play, to the left and to the right of the location. What?
Say that again.
After a location is revealed, put locations from the top of the title deck into play, below, to the left, and to the right of that location.
Oh, we're not supposed to have done that yet? Didn't we? What's the back of that saying?
It says shuffle each set-aside title location, etc. Put locations from the top of the tunnel deck into play, below, to the left, and the right of each revealed location. Saying the same thing. I don't think it really matters, because we're going to put these locations out as we go.
Those are the only ones, though. Unless they want these guys. Oh. These are left. Hold on, I need to shuffle these up again. I didn't realize the back of them were titled.
Objective. There must be a way out of here. If each surviving investigator has resigned, advance. So at this point, we're literally just looking for a way to resign.
You said it, man.
Let me read this amalgam. Hunter, after you successfully evade the amalgam by 2 or more, take control of one key on it. Force, after it engages you, if you control a key, either place one of your keys on it or it attacks you.
Oh, that's fortunate.
Force, when the amalgam is defeated, place it in the depths. That's not bad. So, did we ever figure out what those floating keys were for?
Nope. They're right here.
Okay.
We weren't supposed to put them anywhere? Or?
I didn't read it. No one said anything.
Okay. They're still here, though. There they are. Are we supposed to have them? Did we start with them? Go into the book.
So I think I have to try to evade.
Oh, you put them aside, face up. So yeah, they're aside. And then we got the 2 random ones so far. We got 1 random one. You know. So you got 2 actions left.
I'm going to try to evade and then hopefully move. And investigate for free.
Move, investigate, yeah.
All right,
That's right.
4 to 2. I'm ahead by 2.
It's going to be fine. Yeah. So that's
try to
not
evade
gonna
again.
work,
Got it. But then he's going to obviously engage me because I can't go anywhere.
Yeah. No shortcuts, huh?
No shortcuts.
Okay.
The amalgam punches you first?
Why? Didn't ever tell you, did it? You successfully investigate? No. No. Nothing punches you. Didn't say that, did it? No. Locations revealed. I don't think it punches you when it engages you. Unless it said it. Did it say it when you spawned amalgam, have it attack you or something? On the act? When the act flipped? Oh, it says here, after the amalgam engages you, if you control a key.
Which I don't.
You don't control a key. I happen to notice that as well. Okay. Problems. Nothing but problems.
Yeah, because it says if you control a key, either place one of your keys here or it attacks you. I don't have a key, so it doesn't apply.
Problems. This is,
Start looking.
should we just start looking for resigners?
Oh, bummer. That's going to come to me, actually, if you move.
Well, I mean, I can be like right here.
He's still going to come to someone.
Yeah, I mean, he will engage somebody, but I can't let him engage you because it's too bad. So I've got to be 1 away from that at the end of this. So I've got to end up in the graveyard, but that's real bad for me too. Maybe I'll just check out the tunnel and come back to the cavern.
Okay.
I can either go pivot left, pivot right. So first thing I'll do is I'll play, maybe I won't.
Oh, prey is lowest fighter if there's a tie.
Right. So I need to end up on him then.
Yeah. Or you can move here, evade it, move down. Or move here, evade it, move to me. I don't know.
All right, first action, I'm going to play Dark Horse. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to play it. +1 to all my stuff when I have no money, which I currently do not. Second action, let's go ahead and do that. Let's move here, take a sanity for it engaging me. It'll be evaded after this, so it shouldn't matter. All right. Third action, let's evade this puppy. We're going to commit. I really need cards. Daring and nautical prowess. We're up by 1 million. There's only one thing this can go wrong. There's only one thing this can go wrong.
My speech.
That's not even real words. Oh my gosh, and it went wrong marvelously. So let's look at how. Nautical prowess won't trigger. I do have nihilism, so I'll take a damage and a horror.
Oh my goodness.
And then he gained alert. So I will take a damage and a horror.
Wow.
And I've got to take 1 on... No, I got 1 left to take. But I do get to draw a card for daring.
That's something.
All right. Here's a funny thing. And it doesn't have a negative modifier, I don't think, so I don't get the card draw. But look what I drew. Fast. Play after a skill test you failed ends. Attempt it again at +2.
Okay. Well, here's to hoping.
You hope in one hand and dream in the other. And you know what? Just in case things get really bad, let's throw another daring in there. Who's laughing now?
Yikes.
Oh, it does reduce my sanity by 1, that's right. So the keepsake's got to die. So I probably can't daring this, because I can't, but if I fail it, I take the damage and die anyway. So I'm going to give myself a shot at not failing it.
Well, that'd be a fun, quick end.
A fun end, wouldn't it? I can't take the Dreams of Riley test to actually make it work. So I succeed. It is -1 or -2 because I'm halfway flooded. Daring's going to give me a card draw. He's going to be evaded. And that's the end of the turn.
You have an action left, right?
No. Played Dark Horse, moved, and then evaded.
All right.
And that's that.
Enemies do enemy things?
Yeah. They're just going to... Oh, wait. I'm going to die. All right. We got to figure out a different idea here.
Oh, because he engaged you.
Yeah, he engaged me and immediately does sanity damage.
What would give you -1?
And kills me.
You have 2 left.
This. -1 from that. So we have to reverse a lot, actually. So how is that even... I don't think it's possible, man. I think we're cooked.
Is it possible to do 3 damage instead of...
Nothing to do damage with at all. All right, I'm insane. I have to do it well enough.
I think these drop off.
That's right. You can have the keys.
There's no way. Well, let's see how long it takes me to die.
Good luck.
All right. Enemies ready. Draw a card, get a resource.
He did not want to be evaded.
Bad cards. Doom on bad cards. Test for brain or book. If I reveal a gas mask, fail. For each point I fail by choosing to discard a card from my hand. Doesn't really matter. If I fail, I lose the cards. If I put the cards in,
Yeah, you know, cards are cards, huh?
4 to 4. Need some luck.
Now you gotta get this in there. Get it. This is one of those sanity campaigns. It's problematic.
-1. So I will lose a card.
One card.
As weird as that is.
Yeah, this is the problem with Feed the Mind. Is like, it takes a lot.
I mean, if I just had any time at all, it would have been fine. I had none.
True. True.
Okay, so I'll try to evade first. Ahead by 2.
Okay, easy.
Got it.
Got him.
Second action, we'll move here. Reveal it. Sealed exit.
I must got the resign on it, surely.
Yeah. Has the resign. If I control the green key, it gains resign. You unlock the gate and swim through the tunnel to freedom. Return all your clues to the token pool and place all of your keys on this location when you resign. After sealed exit is revealed, it becomes fully flooded.
Well, you best be finding that green key, man.
Okay. I don't need to investigate it. So I also don't want to move. So let's do this. I'm going to play evade, move, play Occult Lexicon. After it's play, search my bonded cards for 3 copies of Bloodright, put 1 in my hand. Shuffle the other in.
Alex, young Deep One is a hunter.
I'm going to have him go that way ultimately.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah, I think
see
that's
if
right.
we can find a green key.
Hope the green key isn't up here. That would be hysterical.
Oh yeah, I think a location goes here and here.
When what happens when you flip something?
When I go here. After location is revealed, put locations from the top of the title deck in play below, to the left, and to the right of that location.
Below. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Okay. So I played an Occult Lexicon. Putting this in my hand and 2 into my deck. End of round.
Okay.
Enemies do enemy things. Hunt. Ready. Card and a resource.
I just know that green key is around here somewhere.
I know. If I can sneak out of
I
here.
feel it.
Doom on. That's going to advance in not
It'll
so
be a
distant future.
sneaky,
Back cards.
sneaky Ursula.
Oh, we have memories again. Tied.
What are cards anyway?
Let's try it. +2. I'm ahead by 2.
Who needs them?
If it's a -3, I lose my cards anyway, which I would have lost from not doing it.
Who needs them?
Got it.
Nailed it.
All right. So then it's my turn.
Where does that green key come from?
Just a different location.
It's got to be somewhere, right? Just around.
So let's start by moving.
Yeah, this is a classic Pac-Man situation. You're gonna have to have the ghosts follow you around until you can get to the pocket here. Unless you find it
How
here
many
and then
locations are left?
1.
So I think I move here so it bricks here.
Yeah.
And then I can play the old Pac-Man game.
That's right.
Let's just move here. Actually, before I move, let's go ahead and play this. I'm going to play Bloodright. Draw 2 cards. Haunted. Cool. And then I can discard up to 2 cards. For each card discard, I can do damage, but I was just looking for cards. Okay. Second action, I'm going to play Jake Williams.
Oh, Jake, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, where did Jake come from?
So
Oh,
the
that's your
first-
signature.
Move or investigate action I perform doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. Then reaction after I reveal a new location or put a new location into play, I can exhaust Jake to draw a card.
Oh, that's super good. That's helpful.
Third action will move here, revealing. He's going to exhaust and draw me a card. Then I'm going to fast action with her. Alter to Dagon. Action investigates Alter Dagon control the blue key or 3 or more keys. They may spend 2 clues per the group. They take control of the set aside green key. Well, at least I know the green key, but I have to find the blue key first.
Or,
crickets.
yeah, 3 or more other keys, which there's 2 here, but none are blue.
Well, the blue's set aside, face up.
Yeah.
So I have to find the location
It's somewhere.
and then the other location goes here, by the way, the one that's left.
Oh, right on, yeah. Chad, talking about needing more weapons, I totally disagree. There's 3 in the deck right now. 3 is my standard.
All right, end of the round.
You draw half the deck, you don't see a weapon. That could happen no matter how many you've got.
Enemies will hunt.
There's the Fire Axe.
Everything already. The enemies
Sick.
came to me. Let's gain a money and a card.
Yes.
Okay.
Those brute forces.
And then, what was I getting ready to do? Oh, Dumon, it advances.
What do you got?
See how well that goes.
Show me the money.
The flood begins. Agenda 1B. Your worst fears are coming true. Puddles of water that barely reach your ankles are rising and joining one another. You scramble to find higher ground, but your efforts are for naught. In a matter of minutes, the water level has risen to your knees and shows no signs of slowing. Increase the flood level of each revealed location. Till the end of the game, each location is revealed. Each time a location is revealed, increase its flood level. Keep this card next to the act as a reminder. Got it. Agenda 2A, the water rises. Your every movement is coupled with the loud swashing of rippling water all around you. If the tide continues to rise, the cavern will completely be submerged in a matter of hours. When your turn begins, if you are at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. It's the same song, different verse.
Same song, different verse.
Okay.
That's right.
Well,
To find the blue key. And 4 clues.
easy. Go in here, triggering Jake to draw a card.
Did these guys hunt correctly? Oh, look at that. Call of the Unknown. I love it.
Bone-ridden pit. For each key controlled by an investigator at this location, it gets -1 shroud. If there are no clues on Bone-ridden pit and you control the yellow key, you notice an odd joint socket near the skeleton's midsection that matches the shape of the yellow key. Read flashback 2.
It's going to be horrible.
2 clues on it.
6 shroud. Well, that's cool.
I can take a free investigate that I will fail.
Are you going to move again? Oh, and this comes in half flooded, right? For the rest of the...
I think I'm going to move to reveal both those locations and then have them cruise up, and then I can make my way down.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a blue key here somewhere.
So let's move to the idle chamber. After idle chamber is revealed, place the set-aside blue key on it. Fast action, if there are no clues on idle chamber and you control the purple key, which is over here.
Oh.
The purple key opens the stone door at the far end of the chamber, revealing a shrine with 2 familiar statues, one white, one marble. One white marble, the other onyx. Read flashback 4. So
We're going to get no experience for this.
So it's got blue key on it. It comes in with 2 clues.
All right, you got to get 2 clues to save your life, but not exactly right now. You get a free investigator.
Yeah, which I will use. I'm tied. This card doesn't matter. I'll go up by 2.
Yeah.
And I'll free investigate it on my way back down.
-2.
And these are all half-flooded
Yeah.
locations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll get a clue. Then as my last action, I'll move here. We'll reveal it. Underground river cannot be fully flooded.
That's handy. It's a river. You can't
Comes
flood a
in
river.
with 4 clues.
Classic.
After it is revealed, increase its flood level. So it can't be flooded though. So it's half flooded.
Hey, victory 1 there.
Not
We're going to do. It's going to be so disappointing.
All right.
They're going to be like, and if you're awful at this,
Oh, I'm
proceed
haunted.
to resolution 2.
I failed that test.
Awesome.
End of the round. Everything ready. Hunter's gonna hunt.
I'm sure you're on the
Go
way
on.
to success here.
It's so bad. We did so bad. Okay.
I'm about to rebuild the entire deck.
Yeah. Just restart.
I'm re-looking at everything.
Let's move. Get a free invest. Well, no. Before I do that, I'm gonna use get rid of haunted.
Yeah, I think you
I'm gonna
got
use
to.
this to identify this location.
Yeah,
Beginning my turn. I'm gonna move. Get a free investigate.
That's
at
right.
2.
Nailed it.
Actually, before I even move, I'm gonna play Bloodright to draw 2. There's that backpack.
Is that fast?
No, it's my action. So I'm gonna. Oh, I can't do that. So I just have to move and downtown it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well,
Or don't put any card. I mean, if it's a bad test, don't put any cards in and save up for later.
if I don't, I take 2 horror and die.
Right on. That's a good reason.
So I'll go 2 up.
2.
Got it.
Who's haunted now?
End of the round. Card and a resource.
All right, hunt on.
Yeah, hunters are gonna hunt. We're gonna go over here. Demon. Bad cards. Swarm of rats. I'll just take that damage permanently.
Classic swarm of rats.
My turn.
You're gonna need that key, man.
Mm-hmm.
Call the unknown first. You can investigate something that doesn't have any clues on it.
Can I investigate my location?
No, it's got to be somewhere you're not currently, right? Ursula's got to move. Where are you going to end up next? Are you going to try to scoop the clue here? Or scoop the key here?
Well, I have to be able to investigate.
This is fully floated. No, it's already there.
So I might move, investigate this. So they'll come this way to here. Then move, investigate that for free.
Oh, right. Because how do you get the green key? You got to come here.
Yeah.
I mean, anything on your way you can investigate, right? So investigate, move, investigate this, and do nothing is fine.
But I have to successfully.
Oh, it's got to be successful, yeah. So that is your 2 is your best?
Mm-hmm.
Is taking a horror scary?
1 horror?
Yeah.
I don't have any keys. Oh, yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's going worse.
I mean, it's got to be a what? Investigate, move, hit the 3.
4 to a 4.
This is a 4?
No, that's a 4.
Yeah, 4 to a 4 is not good. You know, but you got 3 tokens in there.
I'll choose this location, sure. Why not?
Oh, here's the moment.
We'll investigate 4 to 4.
We know this is not going to work. And then you're going to take a damage from the rats, of course. But we'll do all the housekeeping after you have decided that you can actually maybe win. Oh, Lord.
All right, grab the clue. Fast action. I take the key.
Yeah, just like, like I meant to. You take your damage from the rats.
Yeah, that's fine. And well, the first one I do gets this thing. This. First mover investigator form does not provoke attacks of opportunity. With Jake Williams.
Cool.
So then I'll move, take 2 damage.
But you've still gotta investigate that or you die.
I get a free investigate.
Right. That's what I mean. But you still gotta hit a 3 to a 4.
Technically I put 1 here.
Okay. You've got one more life. Huh. Alright, so that's a failure.
Okay, so I take 2.
For not having done it yet. Successfully.
End of the round.
Yeah.
Enemy's doing anything.
Take a rat.
He punches me.
Where do you want your hunters?
I can go 1 to the left.
Slide to the left.
Draw a card. Get a resource. All my money doing nothing.
Seekers, if he goes over to the 2 shroud, if you end your turn there, you're dead.
And then Dumon.
Take a horror.
Bad card. Deep 1 bull.
Oh yeah, because you do control a key, yeah? After you end your turn, if you do not control a key, take 1. So you wouldn't take horror there.
Not anymore.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had to get the key first, yeah.
I get a deep 1. After it engages me, choose and discard a card from my hand.
Oh, this is not what we needed.
After an investigator defeats another deep 1 enemy at any location, ready deep 1 bull and move it towards the investigator. So I got to evade. That's this turn.
What, evade, key, move? And then YOLO the 5? Or take a shot at that guy? This is even better.
Well, weirdly, check this out. If I take an action, I get the green key. Right?
Yes.
Then I can move, take an action, and resign.
Yes, but can you take the 2 attacks of opportunity?
Well,
that's 6 damage.
The attack of opportunity for moving doesn't happen because of this.
Yeah.
So I take the attack of opportunity from this, take 3.
Uh-huh.
then move, don't take an attack of opportunity, then resign.
Yeah. I mean, you'll still have to take this action, so you'll take 3 additional damage.
So I can take 3, 4, 5, 6, and have 1 health
Yeah,
bar.
and have 1 health. You can actually do it. I think you're done.
So we'll see if we just restart the campaign. Investigators alter the Dagon and control the blue. So I'll take an action, spend 4 clues, and the blue
Cool.
key to get the green key.
Yeah. And you
And
take,
take 3.
3 damage, 3 attacks of opportunity.
Then I'll move, not take an attack of opportunity because of Jake Williams.
And what does Jake say?
The first move or investigate action I perform each turn does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Cool. Yeah, that's right.
Then I'll take the resign action because I have the green key, taking the attacks of opportunity. So I'll take 1 on Jake, 2 on me. Drop the key,
All right,
resign.
you're out.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, wow, that's a slam dunkaroo, man.
The Heisman. I didn't do anything, but I got out of there. I'll tell you that. So let's see if we get any experience.
No, we don't. We get nothing.
Well, we might.
We get nothing.
Let's read it.
Yeah, so Slugers, this is actually different. So I think this actually does provoke attacks of opportunity because it's, well, maybe it doesn't. It's an action that isn't necessarily a resign action. It says action if an investigator at sealed exit controls the green key, resign, which may be different than action resign. I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Let me read this to you. To the coast, Act 2B. The tunnel continues onward with no end in sight. Your lungs heave with pain. You have held your breath far longer than you ever thought possible. For a moment, you wonder if you should turn back, but now the entire cavern must be completely submerged. Even if it weren't, you couldn't hope to outlast the creatures that dwell inside for very long. Now there is no going back. Your only hope is to press forward. Another minute passes. The current seems to grow, stronger as the tunnel narrows ahead. Your chest feels as though it is about to burst. Finally, you emerge from the ice-cold seawater and tumble out of the cavern, landing hard on the rocky shore. Resolution 1.
R1. So let's talk about the rules here for a second. So here's what I don't understand. Why was it written? I would imagine in most of the Arkham, it would be written, if an investigator at sealed exit controls the green key, action, resign, you unlock the grate. So I don't know why they're putting the designator after you take the action, which is strange to me. Because you're taking an action to check if an investigator controls the green key, rather than take an action to directly resign. I'm sure it works. I'm sure it is technically a resign action. It's just a really strange way to write that. It should be an action that's available to you if you control the green key, not take an action to see if you control the green key. Isn't that weird?
That is
Do you
weird.
find that weird?
Yes.
It makes me think they either wrote it that way on purpose so that it would make an attack of opportunity, or it's just different templating than I would expect.
Or like, I could understand if they basically want you to understand you can't take the resign action without the key.
Yeah, but then put the little arrow after the thing. If an investigator controls the green key, you can take this action and resign.
Yeah.
You know,
That's fair. That makes a lot of
you
sense.
got to take an action to check, and then
Well,
that was crazy.
well, I just want to read
That
and
was
see
about
if
the
we get
sloppiest thing I've ever done in all
if we
of
get
Arkham.
any experience.
Okay, yeah.
If we don't get any experience, I want to start the campaign over. How about that? Do not read until the end of the scenario. If no resolution 1. In the distance, the sky is a dark crimson, and the full moon hangs just below the blackened sun. You're about to close your eyes and surrender to unconsciousness when a stranger's voice startles you back to your feet. Oh, you're alive? Even though through her strained voice, you can hear a rhythmic Indian accent and the unwavering confidence of a trained professional. Standing in front of you is a woman with a long, raven black hair. Her tattered trench coat has seen better days, and bruises splash across her dirt-covered skin. You seem confused. Why are you looking at me like that? The stranger asked. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display.
Okay, you want me to write? Where do I write 0?
Record this experience under unspent experience in your campaign log, but do not spend any of it yet.
Oh,
You will be instructed to spend the experience at a later time. Proceed to Interlude 1, Puzzle Pieces. You have no idea who this woman is or how she knows you, yet she seems comfortable and familiar with you. You strain your memory trying to think of how you might have met, but it's no use. You're certain she's a complete stranger. Having woken in a cold, wet prison with no memories, you aren't feeling very sociable. Your fear and distrust must show because the woman backs off and narrows her eyes. What is it? What's wrong? You respond by asking the woman if you know her. You truly don't remember. Well, she says, you truly don't remember? That's going to complicate things. What do you recall? Do you remember anything? You relate to the woman the flashes of recollection that you experienced earlier. Check the memories recovered section of the campaign log.
Yeah. Okay, I've got 2 things here.
Read each section that applies. If a meeting with Thomas Dawson is listed under memories recovered,
Yeah. Did that one.
you put 2 and 2 together and ask if the woman is Miss Harper. Ah, so you do remember me, she asks with a playful smirk, but you shake your head in response and explain that you only remember being hired by a man named Thomas Dawson to find her. But that was, you've forgotten how a lot, haven't you? Speaking of Dawson, where is he? Did you see him down there? Your thoughts turn to the twisted, mangled face that triggered your flashback. Agent Harper's expression turns dour as she watches your eyes. I see. I wish he hadn't come to this forsaken town. Those brutes are going to pay for this. You ask who she thinks is responsible for Dawson's death, and she raises her eyebrows in response. Right, you don't remember. As far as I know, the last time anybody saw either of you was just before you visited the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Draw your own conclusions. The conspiracy deepens. Each investigator records 1 additional experience point under unspent experience.
Can you have an additional of nothing?
Yeah, 0 + 1. If nothing is listed under memories recovered, that's not true. If a battle with a horrifying devil is listed under memories recovered.
That was not a memory we had.
If a decision to stick together is listed under memories recovered.
Yeah.
So you and Dawson were looking for me together then. Interesting. She considers this for a moment. I guess even the extraordinary Captain Dawson can be rattled from time to time. It's somewhat gratifying to know he cared that much about finding me. Still, her gaze wanders toward the horizon. All right, Dawson, I'll make sure you didn't die in vain. I'll burn this whole town to the ground if I have to. The conspiracy deepens. Each investigator records 1 additional experience.
Wow.
If an encounter with the secret cult is listed under memories recovered.
No other ones are listed.
All right.
I'll save you some time.
You point to the strange crimson horizon behind Agent Harper and note aloud the alignment of the sun and the moon. That began just after you and Agent Dawson entered the Order's headquarters, she explains. That was almost 3 days ago. I have no idea what it means, but I can't imagine it's anything good. All of Innsmouth's been locked tight lately. Not a soul in sight. You're lucky I figured out where you were. Your mind reels. The last thing you remember before waking up in the dank pit was enjoying a pleasant late summer's eve in Arkham. Now you're in another town altogether, and your memory is filled with gaping holes. You wonder aloud what the date is, and Agent Harper replies, It's the 24th of September. I don't know when you arrived exactly in Innsmouth or how much your memory is missing. Isn't there anything else you remember? Anything at all? The water sloshes against your feet as you struggle to remember. In minutes, the tide has risen several inches, and there's no sign of it slowing down. You fix your gaze on the woman who stands before you, her eyes weary. Her disheveled clothes, the red marks on her wrists, and something triggers in your recollection. Wake up. We're almost there. The memory lurks at the precipice of your consciousness, threatening to draw you into the darkness. Hey, wake up, I said. You clutch your forehead as searing pain bounces throughout the skull. Wake up, damn it. Darkness pulls at the edges of your vision. More memories come flooding back. Proceed to scenario 2, the vanishing of Alina Harper.
Cool. All right. Well, it was ugly, but it got there, didn't it?
I mean,
that was the ugliest thing I've ever done in all of Arkham. That was disgusting.
I feel like it didn't instruct us to spin experience yet, so I don't know if we can. If anyone knows the answer, let me know.
I would love to. I need something.
So we removed a tablet. We gained 2 experience.
4. Oh, wait. It's not per person?
No.
It does say each investigator gains an additional experience?
I'm just curious how many are possible.
There's Victory 1 up there.
There's 2 locations with Victory 1.
Hot sauce from Jonathan, too. The Esoteric Order of Dagon is the damage symbol up here on the old Innsmouth board.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking symbol. Look at that. The depth on these things right here is really creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like gaping maw kind of stuff.
There are basically 2 or 3 other flashbacks that could gain experience.
Okay.
And then there's 2 locations. So the max is like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And we scored 2.
The real problem is that Silas is going to come in at 4 sanity for the remainder of the campaign.
Yeah. Now, there are obviously cards you can buy to fix that problem.
There's no card that makes that not a 2 brain.
Can't you like get the upgrades that give you sanity?
I mean, I can try to soak it with cards that I draw, yeah.
Nah, even the isn't there a permanent upgrade that does that?
No. What?
Or I guess it's like things you put on.
Yeah, I mean, you can put stuff in the deck that's going to help. That's why I have the Fearless in there, which is good. But it's going to be tough because this is one that is just pelting you with sanity. Circle and Den had some moments like that too. So these low brain investigators really get tossed.
Yeah,
which
or you
is
have
just the
to,
reality.
or you have to have like a really strong ally game.
Yeah. Maximum looks like 6 experience, so that's not terrible. We got 2.
The fact that we made it out is
That was crazy.
a miracle.
Got the 0 and whatnot.
Because also, like, any of these locations could have been where I needed to get.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a miracle. It's a strange miracle. It doesn't feel good, but it's a miracle nonetheless.
I also have no idea what to think about my deck.
I don't either.
Because I got dunked on pretty early and often.
Yeah. Well, we both, I saw all of the assets I needed aside from the axe or the harpoon, which is standard. But I feel like
you were cruising.
Yeah, we were drawing a ton of cards and whatnot. Aside from like the one, nihilism plus alert plus, like all of that stacking up. I feel like Silas was doing fine in the grand scheme of things. And then Fire Axe was the next, was 2 cards down, so that's not terrible. But then once you get Brute Force, once I slot in Brute Force, I'll have 2 more cards that do 3 damage in sections. So you don't want to dilute it too much with all of the weapons that are kind of redundant. That's my take on it, at least.
I will say I've got a plan, and then these blood rights, I actually could deal with some enemies.
Mm-hmm. You got to have a sprinkle.
Yeah.
That compass was doing work.
Your compass?
Yeah.
It was great. That's what you were really effective. But also one thing that's I don't know if this is going to continue, but these enemies that do stuff when they engage with you is really a problem, especially for anyone that's trying to evade stuff.
Yeah, that's what Joshua was saying there. Looks like evading is awful since you get auto damage and horror when engaging.
Because
yeah, that's not good.
And
both of us have giant foot stats.
What was the thing that was lowering your sanity stat? Is that your weakness?
No, it's from the deck. And it's really one that I find it annoys me more than the other ones because it gives you a -1 to the stat and your the sanity line, but then you have to pass a sanity test to get rid of it. And so like if you're Silas with 2 and you go to a 1 brain and now I've got to beat a 3.
And I can't take it for you?
Well, maybe.
What was the card?
It may be one of those. I don't know, death of what have yous. You get -1 sanity, -1 brain. It's such a dunker on especially like the 1 sanity. Who is that? Rex that has the 1 sanity or I know I can see his image in my name. I can see his image in my head. That gets tough.
The Dreams of Ryla?
Mm-hmm.
Action test 3. I think I could take that for you.
Yeah, you could probably take that action.
So I probably have to take it.
What's your brain at? 3?
3. But I have tons of boost to that.
And it's not -1 for you, yeah.
Yeah. Just to get rid of it.
Yeah. That's worth it. That's worth
cool
doing.
Art, though.
It's worth doing in the future. But again, it also was just like a slam dunk on the tentacle there. I think I took 7 total damage across sanity and physical.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I felt really good about it.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like I was lagging way behind. But I also, I literally had a pile of money, nothing to do with it. Because from early on, hitting this when I did with an enemy in the way.
You were getting all the enemies too. It was just weird. So if I get to spend experience at some point, I'll be able to get 2 brute force in, which is really important for the fighting plan.
Some people were saying we could spend it now. Some people were saying you technically don't until after the prelude to the next scenario.
Apparently we're supposed to wait and there's a prelude and then we spend it, yeah. Yeah, Keem, this is not bad. The desperate brain one, whatever that one is. But I don't know. I need to think about it and come back in. I need to think a lot about what just happened. That was traumatic. Go home and ruminate.
Righto, I would recommend saying for someone that has the core set and done much, is it better to go for Forgotten Age or Circle Undone. I wanted to move chronologically, but hoping I've lost hope finding Echoes of the Past for a reasonable price.
Isn't that such a bummer?
Yeah. I like.
It's hard to say. They're both. I mean, Forgotten Age isn't bad. I mean, it's not. I thought it was fine for the reputation that it has.
Yeah.
Circle Undone can be more crushing than Forgotten Age, just because it's again pelting you with head stuff.
I do feel like with Forgotten Age, we got very fortunate on the poison department.
Yeah.
I remember feeling like you pick random stuff and hope it works out, and then it was like, I'm really glad we did the
Yeah,
thing
we
we
picked
did.
a lot of good random
So if you're
stuff.
gonna do Forgotten Age, just be wary of poison. And
Don't get poisoned.
don't get poisoned. But I think they're both great. Yeah, I don't know when we spend experience, but it's at some
Gameplay
point.
says Strickland maybe has better player cards,
That's a good thing to
but
consider.
Connor says Forgotten Age has more player cards. So it might just be a theme thing. Do you want to, do the relic ancient stuff theme, or do you want to do the witch theme?
Man, this weakness of hers is awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's naturally doing what she wants to do, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I am now suddenly like gonna look at cards that remove horror.
Yeah, it seems like horror is a big deal in this one.
And this is my weakness.
Yeah.
So like I gotta double down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I also might look at the classic Calling in Favors.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, you gotta have an ally to begin with, for that matters.
correct. But like I might, instead of replacing Ellie, put Witten in as well. And then put a couple damage on them and then bounce them and go.
I might put a backpack in. Might just totally rebuild the deck.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do something different than fire axes and stuff.
I gotta think about my life.
I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it's very traumatic. Came here from Galaxy's Most Wanted and just died.
It was called the Pit of Despair or something like that.
Maybe I should just stop playing cooperative games.
All right, we're done.
We will only compete from now on. It's the only thing that satisfies me anymore.
That one just felt so fastly dunked on.
And quickly.
Yeah.
We quickly found ourselves
Like I felt like I barely got
dying.
to play.
Yeah. I agree with that. It wasn't supposed to go like that. I don't think the game wanted to go like that.
Because really it was 5 or 6 turns and then you were gone. And then I'll take 3 or 4 turns by myself and it was over.
Yeah. I think one of the things is we just got some enemies up front without the tools to deal with it.
Mark is saying check out the Meat Cleaver. It heals 4.
All right.
Upgrade from a Fire Axe to a Meat Cleaver.
Yeah, maybe. See what the cleaver's up to. Maybe that's right for Silas since he's such a low.
Now I could play Hallowed Mirror, which I think would let me help you down the
Isn't that
sanity
Guardian?
track.
Or is that Relic?
It's a relic.
Oh, there you go.
It's purple.
Well, I'll have Fearless. So I'll be able to heal 2 a couple of times. That's worth something. And then I'll probably upgrade the Keepsake.
And Josh saying the tentacle was the worst. Solar saying it's a tough scenario and the whole campaign has masses of incidental damage.
Yeah.
People keep saying Peter Sylvester too. I don't know what he does.
Yeah, he's the little track guy. I'm not gonna drop. I think I'm gonna stick on the Fire Axe plane. See how that goes. All right, you want to get out of here?
Yeah, my brain needs a break.
That was crazy. I mean, that was one of the weirder things, man. That was one of the weirder scenarios of Arkham that I played.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you see how it wants to work, like longer and more interestingly.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It was like a weird dog pile of events.
the interesting thing about it, I wonder if we just had a really weird series of events. Obviously, like with how easy we got out, if you hadn't hit the tentacle at that particular moment,
Yeah, I think
and
we're
still
totally
around.
We're totally clean.
I think we're clean enough that we actually scoop up some more victory, maybe get a couple more of those experiences. You just happen to get dunked on right there.
That was a pretty phenomenal dunk. I mean, that.
Because you went from like 0 to 5 horror damage in like a turn.
The number of things that had to happen for that to happen were actually quite fascinating. Because I played Daring, which gives the thing alert, which means it attacks you if you fail the evade to draw a card.
But you really made it where you could only fail with one.
I could only fail with the tentacle. And then I had Nihilist, so if I draw the tentacle, I take a damage and insanity. And then if I don't evade the thing, it's going to attack me. And if I do evade it, and I don't leave, it's going to stand up, do 1
So
sanity,
if
and then
you
attack me.
tentacle, you then have to stay.
Yeah.
And also took a damage, and also
I think once you draw the tentacle, it's done.
yeah. And in fact, maybe on looking back at it, knowing that the tentacle already is that bad for you.
Mm-hmm. Just don't draw it.
Well,
It's 1 in 20.
sure. But
Yeah, I
also,
mean,
there's a 5% chance that you just lose.
you could also not play Dark Horse, which is fine. And then you get an extra action, which is, no. I mean, like a 3% chance to lose an Arkham is pretty much every turn.
Yeah.
So,
But that was directly like on the table. It's kind of like me moving and drawing cards and then not realizing that I just get dunked on by the enemy. It's like it's seeable there on the table how bad
Sure.
it could be.
it could be that bad. But it's also like, I don't know, like 5% of it going really bad in Arkham, like I said, is pretty standard. That's kind of the line. That's kind of the reality. We take like 20 to 30% shots a lot of the time.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's like 20-30% shot and I might take some damage, but like that was
It all kind of compounded in a
when
very
it was
strange
it
way.
was on the turn right after you took the 2 from whatever card you flipped. Or you got the -1 in the damage. Like you went from nothing one turn to like
Yeah,
all the way out of sanity.
all the sanity happened. That's right.
Yeah.
But, don't pull the tentacle.
And five is low number. Now
5
you're
is low.
4.
Well, that was 7 too, because I had 2 in the bag on the bear.
So bad.
Yeah, so that was weird. Second scenario, here we come. Innsmouth board is alive. It's out there
That's
in
right.
the world. You can find it here, and also on our website, confronting.com.
One thing to consider, last note from me. Someone apparently saying the campaign punishes you for not defeating enemies. So I'm going to be looking just to make sure I have some dunks. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna cut Fire Axe then. Let's get at it. Let's just see if we can evade the whole time.
That's right.
It'd be so bad. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Catch us tomorrow, Flesh and Blood, if you're into that. Wednesday. What's Wednesday? What are we doing Wednesday?
Ashes.
Ashes on Wednesday. Thursday. What are we throwing back to this week? Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter TCG, not the deck builder that's currently like
That's right.
USAopoly or whatever is doing that
It's
one.
the TCG from WotC. Believe it or not.
Wow, they really
Which
tried
is
a
the
lot
cows.
of things that didn't work.
Yeah. I was at least happy to see they used art instead of
So movie stills?
Yeah.
Was the movie even around back then?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so, actually.
Well, there you go. That's why they didn't. We'll see you then, guys. Take care.